Okay. Yeah, we were live, and then I realized when I reset my computer, all my audio inputs got reset. So let's try that again. Hey, it's the Elder Scribe. This is my second time doing the intro. I suppose, yeah, let's just recap what I said. So last week we left off. Our party was doing everything they could to get any form of ally they could on their side, barely borrowing, or stealing anything that they could, and getting more allies than I'm comfortable running. So they made their way to a ship, and Liber had some ingenious idea about how he could effectively commit sewer slide, because I won't say the other word on Twitch in case he gets mad at me. I don't want to take up too much time. You're on a boat. Yeah, you're on a boat. You wake up the morning of the 20th, I believe. We kind of closed off the night. People wake up. It is, you know what? Let's see how the wind conditions go and everything. I'll get Jen. Can you roll me a D100? $95. The conditions are very good today. Almost perfect. Sun is there for winter. It's still very chilly on this ship because you're still in the middle of winter now. The day is yours for anyone who wishes to do anything. You also have to decide on this night who is going to be dining in the captain's quarters for when you decide to do that. Remember, no more than 3 or 4 at a time. It is not. You could always ask. Oh, they have good alcohol, but the food, that's a different question. Is she legit a snack? Eleanor confirms Vel is legit a snack. You know what's even better? For some reason.
She was a snack, but now she knows that she's a snack.
So, for what? Streamlabs is just fucking me every which way today. Because they couldn't hear a thing you were saying, but Eleanor just outed that she thinks Vel is legit a snack.
No, that's not what I said. Don't slander.
So, I was asking the party what they wish to do. Eleanor made a remark on the wine menu that would be available. No one's really decided anything yet, so nothing was missed.
Can I go and check the menu?
Sure, who do you approach?
Well, captain's probably busy. The second in command, probably.
The first mate.
Yes, the first mate.
So, you find Torrance Rise, who's just at the helm of the ship, kind of scatting the horizon. Very solemn person.
No, not evening, morning. Good morning. How are you today?
What can I do for you?
Oh, I was wondering if there is a menu available for today's dinner with the captain.
Set menu, I suppose. Mostly fresh meats, fresh caught game. We'll work through the fresh stuff first before we go to the dried. Should be some venison and winter roots.
Not
Some
bad.
fruit.
What about the alcohol?
We have selections of highball wines and rums.
All right. I will keep that in mind. Thank you. You can wait for me for dinner today, for sure.
Who will be joining you?
We have 3 people, yeah?
3 or 4. Comfortably 4, but no more.
Comfortably 4. Well, there's how many of us? 5 of us.
There's 13 of you.
Basic math.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
There's a lot of us.
Many. There's a small army of us.
Well, for today, let's make it me, Aura, Lynn, and Belle. Why not?
I did not want to go to dinner without you, to be honest.
Rip you.
What do you mean? You said I could go. You said me, you.
Yeah, you said you didn't want to go with me.
No, I didn't want to go without you.
Oh, that's
because
beautiful.
the idea of Aura having to be like lead a conversation was like, "Bleh!" Now she doesn't have to.
And would the lady be expecting red or white tonight with her dinner?
Red, of course. Have you seen me?
Wonderful. I'll make a note. Thank you.
I leave.
All right. So you dip out. You have the entire day before it gets to dinner time. So what would anyone like to do? I can go around the table and call on you like it's school, or you can shout out one at a time.
I want to find wherever Vel is.
Belle, would you
Probably
be
be
easy
easy
to
enough
find?
to find. Yeah, shouldn't be hiding around or making herself hard to find.
I'd take her to like a quieter corner, just out of the way. So Vel, with the this ritual and stuff that's going to happen pretty soon, there is a chance that I may not survive the process. And I was wondering if I don't make it, and if I can't be brought back, could you please take my body to the Farwalker?
Labor, of course. I would be more than honored to. But at the same time, I think you have to do that yourself, as you are not about to die. I have faith in you. I've seen everything you've pulled through so far, and I'm not worried about this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just we weren't really dealing with God stuff before, and
No,
if
but I mean, an exiled archfey killed you, and countless other things have come across our way. But, of course, I understand what you mean. Do not worry, Leiba. I will make sure that if the worst happens, that your body and your story of who you are will reach the Farwalker.
yeah, and perhaps as well, getting a message to Mavris in Ojikir, the blue tiefling, my
Right.
counterpart. Yeah,
Of course, yes, the other one with the shard of the god in them.
yeah,
I will
that one.
do my best.
Yeah.
I will try. Is there anything else you'd like me? I mean, anyone else?
I mean, of course, if you ever do see, Dawn Watcher and that
Right.
lot again, but I mean,
The chances
this
of that
bunch,
are quite slim.
yeah, there's
But
everyone else important in my life is on board this ship currently, so
it's good to know, Leiba. When
thanks.
are you planning on doing the ritual? Tonight?
No, I believe headmistress said 3 days she needed to set up,
Right,
so
right.
a couple of days from now.
Couple of days to prepare. Would you prefer to do it alone, or do you want us around?
I mean, I'd like Eleanor there because she could bring me back,
Right.
but I mean, if other people are allowed to be there, great. I'm just concerned as to whether it'd be dangerous, given the fact that it is a broken piece of a god's weapon.
Of course. But I think, considering the severity of it all, I think most of us would like to be there for it.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Right?
Thanks, Phil.
Who would like to go next?
I would like to find Aura.
Okay.
What would Aura be doing?
Let's just say that she's kind of just like standing, like with her like hands on like the banister, just kind of like watching the ocean for a little while.
How do you like the journey so far?
I mean, it's been fine. I don't.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I'm just. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everybody's gonna live, and it's gonna be fine, and no one's gonna die, and no one's gonna sacrifice themselves, and everything's gonna be fine. And we're gonna save everyone. It's gonna be fine.
Well, that's a great outlook, but I understand that you're quite worried. Well, everyone is. Just make sure that it doesn't cost you your decision making. You're very smart. Don't let your emotions overrule your judgment when the time comes.
No, but when it was us, it was fine. I mean, we all signed up for this, and I guess technically, like they did too. But this is like the biggest, scariest thing ever. And that's why they're here. But it just feels so much worse now.
If anything, I think it should feel better than worse. Because look around you, there's so many people here knowing fully that they might die and yet risking their lives to help us, to help Blavoka, to help the vote. If anything, this is a another proof that there is so much good out there.
How am I supposed to help protect anybody when I can't even keep myself alive?
Well, darling, it's a circle of help. I keep you alive, you keep me alive, or Vel, or anyone else. It's not your own abilities and nothing else. We will be there as well. And the more of us are there, the stronger your safety net is. So don't worry about it too much. Same goes for your friend Arabelle. If I can help him in any way, I will. And same goes for Lynn. I'm sure even he, although he's quite suspicious, I'm sure he wants to keep everyone safe.
You know he does. Sorry, it's harder now with so many people, especially knowing that not everyone has the same kinds of experience that we do. Knowing how scary Tarkun is, and how unprepared we were before.
Well, I'm not sure we will ever be fully prepared, but all we can do is give it our best shot. No one can say that we didn't try, at least.
That's true.
On another note, to bring your mind away from it just for a second, back in Rindleton, when we were in front of Lord Rindle, um, I did announce that I had two advisors with me, one of magic and one of war. And I suppose I just wanted to check in because I did have that in mind for a long time, and I value your judgment on matters of arcana more than anyone else's. And of course, I don't want to spring it on you. So if you say no, it is fully up to you, and I respect that. But I do think that after this, I would very much like your counsel on matters of magic when we come home.
Thank you, Ellen. That means a lot. I I mean, I don't plan on leaving. I want to stay in Mavoka, and I want to help it get better, and I want to stay with our friends. But I don't have any reason to turn you down. Um, and I'd love to.
You do, though. I mean, I'm not going to turn the best option down, but honesty requires me to mention that you did want to go after your queen, and she also, well, at least in words, values your judgment. Um, did you change your mind on this?
No, I guess I was kind of hoping I could do both. But I guess I should have probably asked first what all it means to be an advisor first.
Well, if you stay with us, not much will change. Your counsel, your good word, your work in Arcana will be appreciated. But of course, if the ties to the Fae call you away for a time or forever, I mean, it is your decision and we will respectfully agree with it.
Well, I think it would be. I think it would be easier, because the time, if it was okay for me to go back and forth, and my time in Feywild would pass by much more quickly for me there than it would for you guys here. So I'd probably gone less than you might expect. So that might be helpful. I guess I would need to ask, what it would be okay from you if I was an advisor.
You mean you need a discussion with the Queen?
Yes, with her and also with you. So if I'm going to be her advisor, I'd like to know what she expects and also what you expect.
Well, I suppose all of that will come in time after we deal with Tarkan. She
Yeah,
will
after we
probably,
die.
yeah, she'll probably be more ready to have a discussion on our plane, and we'll see how it goes.
Fair. Hopefully it goes well.
Well, yes, I do hope it goes well too. But just in general, remember that you are very strong and you're very smart, and the responsibility of all of us living or dying is not on your shoulders. I know you'll do your best, so don't push yourself down because you have a lot to live for and a lot to experience. This will not be your last day.
No. Hopefully it won't be anyone's.
Well, except Tarkan, maybe. I would
Yeah, except
prefer
for
it to be his
Tarkan.
last day.
Yeah, that's fair. It can be his last day. That's fine.
All right. Oh, and by the way, today, later, we're having dinner with the captain. You and then both are invited.
Okay, cool. I'll let him know. Thanks. I'm gonna go find him probably and see how he feels about that.
Yes.
Thanks. And I'm gonna go walk away and go find Lynn.
You look about for a little bit. He's nowhere topside. So you look down. He's in one of the rooms, kind of just laying an awful lot of his equipment at the table, kind of very methodically going through what he has, like taking stock, making sure he knows what he's getting into.
You like some help?
No, but I would appreciate the company if you'd like.
Yeah.
Nothing
Sorry.
exactly complicated.
True. Yeah. Sorry if I was harsh earlier when we were talking about Haribel stuff.
It's alright, I know. Feelings of romance can affect your mood greatly.
Sorry, could you say that one more time? I couldn't hear you.
I know feelings of romance can affect your mood greatly.
That's supposed to mean?
I think it's apparent to everybody bar the two of you that you both have some form of feelings for the other.
Well, I hope he realizes. I mean, I don't not realize it.
One second there, guys.
You're good. You must live in suspense forever.
And ever and ever.
And ever and ever.
So what did you say?
Well, she's I believe that she said, well, I hope he realizes it. Because I don't not realize it.
I think my boy is very inept
Clumsy.
at understanding both emotional and physicality of things.
I mean, we already kind of had a date.
Did he realize it was one?
He asked me out to dinner. I don't really know.
Perhaps it's something you best ask him, as he may not realize anything. He may think you're being very friendly. He may think you're all just being friends. And it's
had a
always
rough
better
life.
to leave a situation off when you're going into something dangerous with everything on the table. Don't have any regrets of not saying anything or doing something.
Yeah, I'm not from experience.
A few times.
Few times. So you're saying it doesn't get any easier after the first time?
It gets quite solemn when you kind of things never get easier.
Definitely doesn't feel like it does it?
And she kind of like comes over and like I assume he's sitting down for some reason,
Yeah.
and she just kind of like wraps an arm around his shoulder.
Gives you a very weak smile.
At least things are better now than they were a year ago.
Very good. Well said. Everything is better now.
I'm really happy that you're alive. And that, like, you didn't decide I was a Fey informant and decide to off me.
Wouldn't have decided that. The ritual showed me what needed to be shown.
How did that work exactly? That was interesting magic.
It's a basis in the mutagens. It's not an exact science, as it is. The potions I drink are designed specifically for the way my body works, and wouldn't work on anyone else. But you being of the same blood as me, at least a bit, wouldn't have had as much of a visceral reaction to the potion. Your blood would have managed to not accept the potion, but not reject it. Whereas someone who was completely unrelated to me and had nothing of the similarity, the potion would have had quite a visceral reaction.
No one can use your potions, got it. Does
Not
that
the
also
ones
apply
I
to
use.
Braska? Sorry, I didn't mean to
help
interrupt.
Braska quite a lot. Told him a few things.
He seems to have remembered them.
He's very street smart.
I mean, more than me. I was lost as all heckle when I fell into this world. If it wasn't for Mel, I don't know where I'd be right now.
Meet that girl sometime. I'm gonna take
She's
care of her,
great.
looking after you.
She's great. She's like my big sister. She let me live with her too. So it wasn't just like, hey, cool, pat, here, you're not in the wild anymore. She straight up took me in. I still have a bedroom in her house.
I did
You
see
saw
it.
me. Yeah, you saw my nest. Yeah.
It's nice.
It's great. I know you were there. I forgot. Okay, shush.
Kind of just blend into the background sometimes. I'm not good in big social situations.
Ah, yeah. Speaking of that, Eleanor invited us to dinner tonight.
So, if anyone has ever seen the pale skin of his aura, but somehow get paler, like almost translucent, he looks like just. Sorry. What?
Yeah, she did. She invited us to dinner with the captain. Apparently there will be nice wine, though.
Okay.
And there's multiple people. And Eleanor's really good at leading a conversation.
Is this a mandatory thing? Or...
I generally do what Eleanor tells me.
Suppose.
I mean, I guess, like, you don't have to go. But, like,
What do I wear
good
to
luck
a
with
formal
Eleanor
dinner?
after the fact. Huh? What?
What do I wear to a formal dinner?
I'm wearing this.
So I suppose my armor would be fine then? Are you
I'd
sure?
assume so. Although, it might be kind of cramped if you bring, like, your sword and everything.
I suppose I could leave it in my room. Bring a few daggers instead.
That'll work. And hopefully we won't need them, but yeah.
I don't like to be caught unguarded.
Yeah. But hypothetically, if you did need them, then we'd kind of be stuck out in the middle of the ocean, right?
I can swim. Have you been taught to swim?
Have I been taught to swim?
Has Aura been taught to swim?
She's never had to, actually. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
One way to find out.
You just throw her in the water.
I'm
Learn how
going
to
to take
swim.
that as a resounding
Yeet.
no that Aura does not know how to swim.
The one time we encountered water, it was frozen over.
Yes.
Yeah. So she would have been in the court her whole life. So no, she's never had to swim.
Oh,
This
why?
is not a thought that's crossed her mind.
That
Good
is
thing we're
something we
fighting
should teach
Tarkin in
you.
the desert.
What did you say, Deb?
That is something we should teach you eventually.
Yeah, probably. All the water I've come across has been frozen.
I don't imagine there'll be much water in Tarkin. The name kind of gives that away.
Yeah, we're going to the desert.
So it's the desiccated, are literally devoid of water. So
Yeah. Although the whole devoid of water thing that isn't really super great when he devoids you of your water.
so that was slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it all?
About the upcoming fight or just him in general?
Just both.
I'm excited that we can stop him from destroying the world. But I'm terrified about the upcoming battle. And I'm not used to that feeling. I don't.
A few nerves after the last fight. He was quicker than I expected.
Yeah. He could just move around in sand. That was crazy. I'm scared about our friends. Yes, they agreed to come with us, but not all of them have the same kind of experience that we did, and that the experience that we had ended up not being nearly as helpful as I was hoping. And Harabel's determined to sacrifice himself if it comes down to it, and I'm not okay with that, and I don't know how to be okay with that, and Xerxes don't have experience, and what if they get hurt, and what if they don't know what to do, or if they freeze up because they're scared, and I don't know how to help them.
They are all adults who made the decision to join you on their own, based on whatever knowledge they have of the situation, whatever abilities they believe themselves capable of. Wasting your time worrying about them will lessen your ability in combat. You need to have faith in your friends and those who you've chosen to join you, and deal with it as it comes. We can make as many plans as we wish, but we have very little idea of what the lion's den looks like. if that makes much sense to you at all.
No, it does. I
Trust
don't know,
your
I guess.
friends, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I guess I didn't realize that doing what I was doing wasn't trusting them.
They seem to believe in themselves enough, so you should believe in them too.
If it comes down to it, I'll just yank Carabelle by the back of his collar and then we'll all flee. It'll be great.
Sure.
Don't say sure like that.
Like what? I just
He
said sure.
definitely like bumps him with his side.
He takes it. A dramatic bump and
Like, out of everything I am, and it's not physically strong.
you probably get that from your father and I.
You what?
Not
Oh,
being
I can't
physically
hear.
strong.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. It got really it got silent for a second. I think that was something on my end.
But you guys did like blacksmithing stuff, right?
No, that's not exactly. We made jewelry. Much more nimble fingers than. It's a delicate craft, not an aggressive craft. I would not make a sword or armor. I would not have the upper body strength to do so.
There. When everything is over, will you show me how?
I still remember.
You might have forgotten, but I doubt your hands have.
He holds up his hands, which are just riddled with scars. Might not be quite as nimble as I used to be. But I can try.
Hey. Thanks. That's all I was asking. Just stuff to get to know stuff better, you know?
Absolutely. When this is all done, where do you want to go?
You and Eleanor are both asking me that today. I think I want to stay in the Boca and help make what we've started making even better. But I also have a responsibility to my queen. And Eleanor made me an advisor, so now I have 2 advisors in one place, and I don't know really what's the best thing. So I guess I have some conversations I need to have first before I can really decide.
To remind you, me and your queen are still not on good terms, and I'm not completely not wanting to hunt her down still. The agreement was a pause.
Yet. You're not on good terms yet.
Because remember, just for those who watched a little bit, and information that the party has that Lynn does not is that Zanwarn has kind of tricked his mind. Yeah, the queen still did her damage, but his ally that he thinks he has, and he's still on the other side of that possible civil war that is brewing.
Yeah, but also I was advised, if I remember correctly, to not tell him exactly how.
Not by me,
Wrong
by the
to-
party. That's what the party
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, it's a whole mood.
And what if things that happened didn't happen the way you thought they'd happen?
Don't exactly know what you mean.
I think the situation might be more complicated than you've been led to believe. But I don't have the full story yet.
Is it quite simple? I don't know if you want to get into this again, as I don't think we've seen eye to eye on it a single time. Friends I have in the court helped me root out many advisors of the Queen that I took out. Promise that the person on the throne now will be better than the last. I agree to speak to your Queen, but I can't agree to what happens after that.
I knew that. I think there's more to the situation. But I don't think that we really know yet anything. That probably dividing our focus is gonna do the same thing as me worrying too much about everybody else for now.
We can take this one step at a time. We don't have to worry about anything right now.
Just be open to the idea that Fey magic is funny sometimes.
I understand
And-
the Fae plenty.
Yes, but they can be more tricksy.
Used to their tricks. I've dealt with a lot of them.
Are you always so overconfident, sir?
Never had reason not to be. I've not met a Fae I haven't been able to take down. Tarkin was a difficult one, but we did that in the end too. Not myself.
We haven't
unfortunately.
done that yet.
Well, he didn't win. So far,
No,
it's-
but it was the shadow of
Well.
him.
Look what we've got going into this one. And if you recall, I said, once I'm prepared for any fight, I can deal with it. I wasn't prepared for that. I'll be prepared for the next one.
I know you will. We're all trying our best to be prepared.
Confidently incorrect. Right, I'm trying to give him a bit of self-doubt and that about his past experiences, but he is not fucking having it.
He probably has the same street smarts as Aura.
Yeah, I'm trying to start. Well, actually, he probably has a bit more considering he did live on the streets for a bit.
When all you've
Just-
known is victory.
Yeah, fair.
He's cocky as fuck.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and he literally throws that entire Tarkin fight up to it, Tarkin getting the drop on him, and not the other way around.
Hmm.
But what does he feel about the whole Moonlit King thing? That's what Nora's trying to say.
Or best find a way of saying it that actually hits him in the brain somehow.
Just bop him and see what happens.
Fuck.
Chaos.
Okay. What I'm trying to say, that you are not quite getting with your very, very high levels of confidence that I wish I had in any given day of the week, is that the Moonlit King is my queen's equal. And I don't think you actually took him out when you did. I think he let you.
You do that.
I didn't hear a single word
Why
you
would
just
he do that?
because he has you under his thumb now.
I'm not
Because you
under his-
think you're the one who's in charge.
I know the Moonlit King's real name. I hold
don't
sway
think
over
you-
him.
I don't think you do.
I can prove I do.
Can we not do this now? Because we're trying to fight another archfey, and I don't want to fight an archfey in a boat in the middle of the ocean when I can't swim. All I'm saying is that I think that things are more different than you've been led to believe. And I think that thinking that anyone has always won every time they've gone through and understands everything given about a certain species or battle or action is in over their head and overconfident. I'm just saying to leave room for doubt.
I understand that. I understand what you
Do you?
mean. I do.
But you don't agree.
I disagree.
You disagree with me on everything that's important.
It does feel like that sometimes.
And you don't even take the time to contemplate it. You just decide, hey, I disagree with you, and that's it.
I think about it. I
For
do
2
understand where you come
seconds.
from, but I did fight the Moonlit King. We came to blows, and I did win. It
Who says he
was
wasn't holding back?
months of study. I've devoted my life to hunting these Fae, and I've taken down more Fae than all of you in this group combined.
That's because we haven't been fighting Fae. You can't say, oh, I've taken down more Fae than you, so obviously I understand things more. That hasn't been our battle.
I do understand the battle more. Do you not see that? I understand what a battle with a Fae looks like more than all of you.
You understand what you've been shown.
Even
I
if,
don't believe that you have
even
fought
if-
the Moonlit King at full power.
even
I
if
don't think we
I've
could
not
have
fought the
survived
Moonlit
it.
King at full power, as you say, if that were to be true, what do you count the other dozens, hundreds of Fae that I have murdered as just inexperience?
No, I think that that's pure experience. I just think Archfey are of a different breed. And I think that
You assume that Zanwon is the first Archfey I've killed, or attempted.
So what, have you gone after the Witch Queen?
Not the Witch Queen. But there's other courts, Archfey, that have fallen to me.
Who? Which ones? Which major courts have you taken out?
The Court of Winter. Zanwon's help.
The Court of Winter still stands.
Didn't take the Queen, but I took many of her High Archfey out. Allies of the Queen of Night and Magic. I didn't dismantle the court, that's not my goal there. And the court will always stand. The courts are there. The palaces are there. The Fae that sits atop of it is just a figurehead. And how they rule is on them.
Except when it comes to what you believe, what you want to go away.
Still have feelings that I promised I wouldn't act on until further notice.
And all I wanted to do was to have a conversation to introduce a bit of doubt because I have reason to believe there is room to doubt. And you
Give
seem
me
to
your
believe
evidence. You're trying to provide me with fact, but no basis in reality other than a feeling. I have basis in reality.
Do you remember the tree that Eleanor sent you to destroy?
Yes.
The singing tree. Yes. The Moonlit King made Liber do that. And made
How are
him
you sure
and
of that?
had him convinced that it wasn't the king but the queen that made him do this. After we removed Curse, his actual memories were released.
Let's say everything there is fact. You've admitted Fae are tricky yourself. How are you to know that it was actually the Moonlit King that showed up? Many Fae are capable of disguising themselves. It could have been anyone doing their best to slander his image.
Why would they come to a random group of adventurers to slander his image? When at the time, we didn't even know you yet.
You said Fae are tricky. If that is, I don't know why he would do that. I don't know why Tarkin said that they were working together. It's not that I don't have any doubts. I just don't have doubt in my ability to kill them.
Your hubris is going to hurt somebody.
Perhaps. But it's gotten me this far.
The game's different now. It's not just you on your own anymore. Hubris is fine when the only neck that you're risking is your own. But you're not anymore. We're a group. And the confidence of an individual shouldn't be the key factor in weighing against your allies' lives. That's all I'm trying to say.
So what you say?
One more time. The whole first part, you're starting to talk, and then the green light saying that you're sucking is going off. So I'm missing like the first 4 words every time.
I can fix that maybe.
I'm sorry.
Is that better?
Yes,
Is that better
I
enough?
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. I know it's not just me anymore. But I would also like to point out that if I was to continue my plans to take out the Queen of Night and Magic, none of you would be going with me.
Say I wouldn't be at the court anyways.
Saying you wouldn't see me.
I'm saying what if I was there?
I am good at timing. I can wait for you to be gone. But I don't see why we have to keep arguing back and forth over this when we could deal one enemy at a time and cross that bridge when it comes to it.
I wasn't even trying to have this whole conversation right now. I just wanted to bring up the fact that things might not be what you thought that they were, and then you wanted me to go into all of the stuff. So I was trying to do what you said to help.
Things.
And
I
I
will
tried
take into
to, and you
consideration.
discounted it. Would you
I'm
like
not
to talk to
discounting.
Liber?
I do believe you. I didn't say I didn't. But there's at least 3 sides to every story. Why did he do what he did? I don't
Because
know.
if he did it, he would die.
I mean, the Moon
He
King,
was-
why would he make Liber do that? I don't know why he'd be working to the corruption of the world.
Because he's working with Tarkun, who is the person who helped put him on the throne. Because
We-
you're going to do a tit for tat. When you get something in return, you return the favor. And he did it literally after we stayed outside of a Fey gate. And he came to see us.
I feel like I should probably have a conversation with him.
I feel like if you do, that you're going to risk our lives.
I'll
Especially
do
if
it
you-
here, or now. You can
Don't
after.
do it before the Tarkun fight, please.
Do it after. It's not a... Like you have had allies. Like Velfir and Eleanor have helped you. The Moonlit King has helped me many times since I let him live.
Since he let you live.
You don't know what that fight was like.
I don't have to.
I
He's
don't...
he's alive.
Since I let him. He was at the end
Don't
of my
believe-
blade.
I don't believe that. I don't doubt your skills. I don't. Because you've shown us how amazing that you are, and you're very helpful, and you took out the singing tree on your own, and I've seen you fight now. And I don't think that's a battle that someone with only 7 years experience could win.
How many months has it been since you started adventuring? And now you're going to fight Tarkun.
Yes, but I've been studying for years. I didn't just decide to start magic.
Experience speaks volumes over study. How much could you do before you left the Fae
Not-
and went out on your
Not
own?
nearly as much. Not nearly as much. And I don't think I stand anywhere close enough to defeat anyone like Tarkun or like the Moonlit King or even my queen or any archfey on my own.
I understand that, but I've had 7 years of that intense fight. I don't
Have
feel like
you?
we're going to come to an agreement on this over now.
All I've done is ask you to consider it.
I will, but
But you've
know what
already
I'm
made your
capable of.
choice, so you haven't.
I've not made a choice on anything in specific. I just don't doubt my abilities as much as you do.
I don't think anyone should be that confident about their own abilities. Is all I'm trying to say.
Understand why?
Okay. I'll see you at dinner. And she just she gives him this like a shoulder squeeze that's kind of awkward, and then she just walks out.
So, who would like to do anything after that very back and forth awkward conversation?
I would like to go to the hospital.
Same.
I'd like to go to therapy.
We ride the wee woo wagon together, but not in America.
Yeah, we'll get an Uber. It's cheaper.
It is. It's a lot cheaper.
Get
And
a
as long as
bike.
you're not bleeding out on their upholstery, you should be fine. You just have to wait, 2 hours before they actually see you.
So, Vel, couple minutes, 15 minutes after that whole conversation ends, or Lynn approaches you.
Follow up round 2. Let's go.
Oh no.
Lynn,
Fight.
Lynn, how can I
Has
help
Mel
you?
seen Aura stomping off?
Probably, I don't know if she would have been around.
I thought it important for me to thank you for everything you've done for Aura since she came to this plane. You took her in when you
course.
didn't have to. You've protected her this entire time and fought alongside her, and I wanted to express my gratitude.
Thank you. I mean, Aura, I know you're her uncle, but she means a lot to me as well. And it's hasn't been an issue at all looking after her and helping her out. But thank you.
I'm glad she's found family with other people. Found people she can call. Or found family. But what's my mind to rest?
How are you finding, reconnecting with her after all this time? I'm sure you must have a lot to catch up on.
She is equally as stubborn as I am.
Yes.
She has many doubts on many things, but I shouldn't bog you down with family issues of my own. All of you know it's my intention to kill the Queen of Night and Magic. She has reason to believe
Of
that
course.
I would not be able. It is a whole thing.
I'm sure it is. But that is a bridge to cross later.
That's what I was trying to say.
But I am sure that once this is over, the two of you will need to discuss it again.
Looking forward to that conversation.
Yes. She has very, as you can imagine, strong feelings about that, so
Misplaced as they would be, yes.
I'm unsure about this in any way, to be honest with you.
I'm not going to try and argue it with you. I know you don't have as much of an opinion on it as both myself and her would. I merely came to thank you for all you've done for her.
Of course. And I hope now that you're around that you will make sure that Aura, well, that she remains protected. Not that she needs it, to be honest with you. I think she'll be soon the one protecting us more than anything.
I hope so. I will do my best to protect her, and all of you who have protected her. I must go to a dinner tonight, apparently. Wish me luck as he walks away.
Phil just over here trying to dodge these bullets.
You know, just like I did, like I don't want to get involved in this family shit. Like, I'm backing out.
Library, you've been quiet for a little bit. Is there anyone you would like to speak to?
Probably go find Braska. Whatever Braska's up to.
Braska's
I see you, Cade.
Braska's still on a high after we played his game last night.
100%. Hungover.
Braska, are you easily found?
Yes.
I was gonna say Braska is large.
If you ask
Not
anyone,
hard
they'll
to
just point
find.
to where someone's carving along the ship.
You just follow the carvings, you get there eventually.
Yeah, what is Braska doing at the minute?
Probably the same thing as he's been doing. Just going around the ship. I imagine as it would progress, the carvings would get more and more intricate, up until where he would be now, where he'd be carving this big, like, grand tree into the back of the boat, like the back boards of the boat.
He's improving.
Nice. Nice. Braska?
Oh, hello. What you doing?
Killing time on this boat, honestly. Yeah, I just thought I'd...
Can you kill time? Is that possible?
Honestly, these days I don't even know what's possible. I might be able to.
You should give it a go.
Yeah. Another day, after we
Okay.
defeat Tarkin. I was meaning to ask, how are you feeling in regards to the whole token thing?
What do you mean?
We're about to go fight a very powerful Archfey, and potentially, some of us may not survive.
I am still confused by the question.
Okay. AJ's forgotten the question. Hang on.
Wow.
You and Braska both, buddy.
These are two of my brain cells interacting. This is horrible.
We're lucky to be
Braska's-
two. We're barely
My
one.
last two brain
Braska's
cells.
fucking contagious, guys.
Shit.
Just,
Break out the PPE.
just, I suppose, making sure that, you're... Is everything going okay with you?
I'm fine. I'm going at carving. I'm making holes in this boat, I'll be honest with you. I made one back there. It's leaking water.
You look
Don't
back,
tell
there's the
anybody.
carpenter from the previous night just like sighing, just...
Patience
Sorry.
of a
Never
saint.
mind. He knows. It's okay.
I mean, they're getting paid by the government. It's probably fine.
I need to know if the guy just looks over like,
No, he kind of has that
If he
like
looks
faraway
at-
stare, just wanting to die.
Roscoe just look over and just go. I think we're friends now. He seems like a nice guy.
I would certainly say so, especially after the whole the game.
Yeah,
Thing?
Vel did really well. I won once and then I lost. You know how it is.
It was fun to
Sometimes
watch.
you win some, sometimes you lose some, and sometimes for some reason sailors seem to want to put money on it.
Yeah. I don't know. Gambling's
Is that what it's called?
strange.
Gambling.
Yeah, that's what it's called, gambling. Putting
People
money
do
on
that
the...
a lot.
Yeah, they do. It's kind of an addiction. It's bad.
Should
they
we do that
spend-
now? Because I
Uh,
could probably put money on that sailor dying. He just puts a random fucking sailor behind him.
Just like... He just leaves. Gone.
Fucking Jeremiah or whatever.
hey, you
I
saw
mean-
nothing.
Maybe? I honestly don't know what may happen on this journey. It's nice weather at the minute, but bad things tend to be attracted to us. So we'll see what happens.
I came to you guys and I don't think I'm bad.
True. Huh. Okay, not all bad things. Not everything that is attracted to us is bad.
That's a good way to look at it.
I think it is.
Although I feel like you may have just said to me that you can tell the future. So if something bad happens to me, I'm blaming you.
Okay, I didn't realize that you had a concept of divination, but, yeah.
What's divination?
Oh god.
This is the next 3
No,
hours
just-
of the stream, guys. This is where we end.
Yeah,
This
pretty
is
much.
3
Yeah.
hours
Pretty much.
explaining divination.
I think Liba just vibes with Braska and probably like goes around touching different aspects of like the carving, like, fruits on the trees, and just using prestidigitation to like make them pretty colors and stuff, and just entertaining Braska, I guess, and himself.
So, as people spend the most of their day doing whatever bits they will, time comes where there's bells ringing that signify a dinner to be had in the captain's quarters for those who will attend.
Throughout the day, I did warn Vel that she's also invited. I just didn't want to take 5 fucking minutes to roleplay that a little bit.
So, as everyone makes their way to the captain's quarters, it's just the first mate and the captain. Chairs have been set up for everybody, and there's people to bring food in. Captain ushers you to all sit.
I was gonna say before like they actually like go in, Aura would have like showed up kind of early to talk to Eleanor real quick.
Okay.
She's very clearly annoyed as all hell still.
Is everything all right?
My uncle is an idiot full of hubris.
Well, that is unfortunate.
I tried to ask him to be open-minded about the whole Fae thing, and may have ended up telling him about Moon King's ability to change memories, and he may have been stubborn enough to disregard it completely and thinks he's still like the strongest strong to ever strong. And
Wait, where are we talking about this?
Imagine Eleanor's room. Or
Yeah,
Um,
she
Would you like
Um,
to go into the tent for this then?
I would like to
Sure.
point out one thing for you guys is just knowledge. So when you would have cast a remove curse on Lynn, any modify memory would have dropped as well.
Yeah,
Just so you know.
did we ever remove
We did
curse
that.
They
on
did.
him?
He had a curse on him with the
we'll
target
we'll
curse.
discuss it in character. Don't worry. I was
I
dying
didn't know if you
for-
guys
for
were
an hour.
remembering that or not, because
I
that's like a
wasn't.
really minute detail that is
Yeah.
easily missed.
No,
So-
I was.
Yeah, I did think
Once
about
in the
that.
tent, I will bring this up because this was eating me for 2 hours now. Aura, darling, so you told him that it's possible to be tricked, but you didn't remove curse.
what?
Well, remember, Liber, even when Liber was aware that he was forced into something, he didn't know the extent of it until the remove curse was cast on him, and then he knew the truth. So if you really want him to know, that is one way to do this.
But we've already removed curse, so his memories would have already been fixed,
When did we do
right?
that?
That's what I just asked when we removed
You did
curse,
that
and I
when
was
Eleanor was
wondering-
dead, when you were journeying to Rindleton from Lavoca.
Thank
The
you. I was
desiccating
thinking-
touch.
Yes, it's a curse. So
Ah,
Yeah.
if he had a
so
modify
I
memory cast
need-
on him, it would have been
It-
gone.
It's like he got cursed while we were fighting. I cast it on him then.
Does remove curse remove every curse on the creature or one of choice?
I believe
Fairly
it
sure
is
it's
every.
all.
It's
Oh.
all curses. I just
Yeah.
looked at
Yeah.
it because I was
Yeah.
curious. It's all curses.
Oh, that's interesting.
So his memory either wasn't modified, or it was and he's not telling.
Or there's another option, which is the Moonlit King is just a very good actor
Which
and
he is.
did not use magic, but just powers of performance and persuasion to keep Lynn in the dark. Either way, I feel like this is a problem for later. This is a problem for future Vanguard, not present.
I just wanted to let you know that the situation slightly changed.
I see. Well, that's very good. That's good to know. I hope this doesn't come up before we deal with Tarkan. The only problem is if the Moonlit King comes to his aid during the battle, we will be in deep trouble.
Yeah.
Is there a way for us to ensure that this doesn't happen?
With the Moonlit King dimension doors and decides to make it a twofer deal? No.
Well, don't be so quick. We do have people we know who can take his attention for a little bit.
I don't think that the Moonlit King will be able to come to his aid though, because as long as I'm interpreting everything correctly, my queen is currently engaging him on another front. So unless he's willing to give her an opening, he should be preoccupied.
All right. As a player, I don't remember that ever.
I
So-
tried to reach out to the Queen of
Uh-huh.
Magic, and she said that we
She
were
said
fighting.
busy.
She said that we were fighting battles on two fronts, that I was where I needed to be so that she could be where she needed to be.
Oh, I thought it's an allegory. I thought she's just like, hey, I'm busy, fuck off.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was. Hey, I'm fighting to get.
I'm in the middle of battle.
Well, I didn't think like right then she was in the middle of that, but that she was
Okay.
engaging and shit.
TM,
Was
is
I
she
wrong to make
engaging?
that assumption?
I feel
You
like
were
whatever
going to
assumption
say-
Aura would have made in that moment is what Aura would believe.
You stinker.
That's a DM response.
You
right
could always
there.
try and
True.
talk to her again. That's an option. You've got a few days, if not weeks, of travel.
Or is gonna bring that up then and be like, "Would you like me to get a more detailed message?"
Yes, and also, I feel like you have more contacts out there in Feywild after your years of service than just the Queen. You might get some information from your superior. Who was it, the butler?
I can't remember his name because I know his name is also his title or whatever.
He
I don't-
wouldn't have ever got his formal name. His name would have been Fardoroka.
Or I was thinking Voss for some reason.
You may have got a
I-
name. I may have given you a name a long, long time ago.
I don't think you did. I think it was just always Far.
You
I
know the
could be
creature
wrong.
name. You don't know his like formal
Yeah.
title because Fae are also tricky about names. So I wouldn't have ever given you his full name.
I don't have. It's like I can try. There's a few different Fars.
Right.
No,
Well,
you would know the one you're contacting that you're sending. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't be fucky with that.
Okay, thank you.
all
I
right.
was
As funny as
sure.
it would be.
Well,
Yeah.
the situation with Lynn's memory is certainly confusing. For now, my suggestion would not to aggravate him further until we're done with talk and battle, and if we can, on the way there, also ensure that we have at least some information about the Moonlit King, be it from your Queen's Court or her herself. That would be also helpful for us.
I also don't know where the allegiances of Fardoroka lie. I don't know if he would still be with my queen or if he would have resided in the court, so I'm not sure if reaching out to him would be necessarily safe.
Well, it won't be safe. Reaching out to any Fae is never safe, but whatever information he gives and whatever side he's on, that's still information. That is still more than we have.
That's fair. I just wasn't sure if you still want me to reach out to both of them. I think we should be good, at least until we land. Because I realized today that I never learned how to swim.
Me neither. I
Oh,
never
no, it's
had.
not just me. Oh my god. Okay,
Well-
we'll drown together. Great.
Well- No, we won't. I have Dimension Door and I can fly. I don't think we should drown.
I can't fly. And I don't have to mention.
Well, I can take someone with me.
Oh, thank
Don't
God.
worry.
Okay, cool. So we should, unless, Lynn just decides to be an absolute dumbass, we should at least be good until we land. Because he was like, oh, you doubt all this stuff? I'll just call up the Moonlit King. And I was like, let's not do that because that's a horrible idea and I will drown and die. And he was like,
Yeah.
that's fair. So, dinner might be a little tense. That's all I'm trying to say.
It's fine. It's fine. I've had quite a fair share of tense dinners in my life. This is nothing new.
Thank you. I thought you deserved a heads up.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And
Cool.
we go have tense dinner.
I feel like Mothman was just chilling in the tent with a newspaper. We're like,
He's like,
he's like, it's good.
what
so-
now?
He's,
who
he's
knows?
just fluttering in the light, you know.
No, the only
Lamp.
reason I wanted to go into the
Lamp.
tent is so we
Lamp.
cannot be overheard. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No, I know. It just that's where he's been staying.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, well,
No,
that's
100%. You
forever.
guys went into the bedroom. He's in the dining area, kind of like.
You know
it's like,
that
I don't need to
roommate
know.
in your dorm in uni that just oh my.
It just blends into the wall.
it's like I was like, I don't need to
Also-
know.
Somebody you can ask about the Moonlit King. His entire species was banished by the Moonlit King.
Yeah, we do have time. We have a bunch
Yeah.
of peeps we can
I
contact.
just-
There's a reason I've given you a bunch of allies and a long ass travel distance so you can
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
to people.
I didn't want to ask him stuff after I'd had a really long monologue with my uncle because I thought that would be a bit of a monopoly. So
Yeah, we kind of try to space it out, but we do remember about him. Don't worry.
Okay. Hope you guys
why
have a
not
list.
Twister instead?
Oh, we're gonna play Twister now. Oh.
So,
You said
as
Monopoly.
everyone gets ready for the dinner with the captain. He invites you all in. He's dressed quite formally. How formally would have people dressed for this?
I don't have fancy clothes with me.
I don't believe many people other than Eleanor does.
I would have definitely brushed my hair.
Phenomenal.
Vel would have done the best job she can with what she has available.
Spit and polish.
Belle can look fancy though. She's got armor and shit.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be wearing her armor like on the boat and stuff day to day.
Cool.
But you know,
and
but
then Len
she
just walks
would
up.
clean her clothes up as best as she can, like her nicest clothes, and
Trench
Please,
coat.
please tell me about the weird like eye contact thing they make when Bella shows up and like her fucking like leathers or whatever, and then Lynn's just fully decked out in armor.
Lynn just shows up in studded leather armor. And he's like,
still got blood on it.
Nicest shit I
just
got.
splashes. Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, look, it's still like half torn from where he's self-inflicted.
yeah.
Well, welcome all. How has my ship been treating you all? I know how you've all been treating my ship.
I'm sorry about Braska.
It's all right. We have someone dealing with that.
Yes.
He means well.
Yeah, by all means, some of the artwork is lovely, and I do plan to keep a bit of it, but the wholes I can't have.
I'm sure he will be happy to know that some of it you do enjoy.
We can talk about it when he's here for dinner some nights. So, tell me of yourselves. I know very, very brief about all of you. What Seraph informed me all. He speaks with
Seraph
all of
say?
you of such high regard.
Did she tell us tell us about us turning her gray?
May have come up in conversation.
I'm
Said the experience
curious,
would certainly weather me.
how did she introduce us? Oh, yeah.
She introduced you all to me as the Veplia Vanguard and the governess of Lavoka, who leads you all. She gestures towards Eleanor.
Well, I don't specifically lead the Veplia Vanguard. It's like two separate things.
My apologies. I know
Our
that of your...
illustrious leader is drilling holes into your ship.
I beg your pardon?
No, that was a joke. Continue.
Okay. You had me panic there for a second. I thought we'd be sinking before the night was up.
Probably not. Not all of us know how to swim, apparently.
Well,
Or it's not worried
Viking
about
funeral
so.
it is for you if you go over then.
What's a Viking funeral like?
What's a Viking?
Very... It's a fiery situation.
I like fire.
I'm sure you'll love it. Anyway, does anyone here prefer... will we start with a cheese menu, perhaps?
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
As very, very fancy food is brought out, and he kind of is like, I have to be nice to these people for work, kind of vibe off of him.
Dude,
If you have any
Velas
questions
is
for
very
Captain, you can tell us.
Velas is very awkwardly just trying to fit in with the fanciness of dinner, just like watching what Eleanor does. Like, what?
Dude.
What?
You can't say that and not give me a performance check, though.
Oh, well, if I'm there, is it with advantage?
No, I want to see, like, Belle's innate, like, watching and copying how well she can do without anyone noticing.
No modifiers to this, completely straight roll. Let's go. That's a nat 20.
You copy Eleanor to a T. You spent enough time looking at her and watching her. You know what to do.
She's been giving you those lessons.
Wow.
Eh?
Find a way.
Wow. Smooth, Des, smooth.
So, as people do. Lynn does not speak a word the entire night. He is, like, scraping the plate with his knife.
That is fine. Eleanor is used to having the burden of conversation solely on her on these dinners.
So, Captain, are you from Rindleton originally, or are you from elsewhere?
I'm originally born over in Avograd, but been captaining the Greedy Storm for many years now.
Have you been to Stethasa before? Or
This-
many times?
Not many, but I have been. This is my 4th time going this far east. The waters do get a little bit choppy after the Zephyrian Bay region. But
Any,
should be fine.
Any tips for people visiting Stethasa, though? I mean,
It's very hot.
or-
Very, very hot. Yeah.
right?
I do have plans to introduce you to one of the sand sailors, to get you a little
What,
bit closer towards your area.
What are these sand sailors? Sorry, Ora.
So they use the prominent winds within the desert to cut through the sands like a ship would water.
I'm just thinking about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fun.
Do you know if they have any way of shielding the sun from your eyes?
No, the sand, the sun from your eyes. You might. I suppose you could get some desert goggles, but they'll greatly reduce your field of view.
I don't see the best in really harsh lighting.
Yes. Problem with the sand sailors is they're quite small ships. They normally only have one deck below, which is normally for cargo, and very flat-bedded tops. But I should get
An
you
advocate should help.
close.
Thank you. That's a lot better than walking.
Seraph did not have the best confidence in all of your ability to hike through a desert, considering all of your experience.
Yeah.
So it's partially why the Greedy Storm was picked, because we do have a, I suppose the best thing would be a sister ship with some of the sand sailors that would be decent shipping routes between us. They would normally, if anything we brought to Stethasa, they would bring towards Serok, or they would bring to the Resivio River, or to the other northern parts, to small shipping areas to get to Ojiku.
Really cool.
Have you been on one of these sand ships before?
I've inspected them before, but I've never left the Greedy Storm that long. They're very, very compact.
Right? I'm trying to imagine it in my head, and it is strange, to say the least.
It looks very similar to a regular, to what you expect here, but just a little smaller.
Is it loud?
Not particularly. It kind of cuts through the sand, takes it, and puts it back out. It has supports either side. If you guys are really having a tough time visualizing it, I can send you all
No.
something.
Well, I want to
Come
see.
here.
What do you mean, no?
Actually,
It's just a very
well, given he says like a ship on land, I'm just imagining like this massive, like, 4-mast ship just on the.
Yeah, it does have masts. You're all right. Why is that? 1 second. I'll send this to you guys just so you have it.
Mhm.
That's what you're expecting.
That's really cool.
So yeah, it's got like support beams either side to keep balance, and it will take in sand, spit it out behind, and let the wind take it.
Really cool. But there's enough room on deck for my tent, right?
I'd say on deck, but not below deck.
Yeah, well, I'm on. My tent is on deck here too. So.
Your tent is in one of the rooms below.
Oh, I
Hmm.
thought my tent was on deck. Sorry.
No, that would be a hazard.
And also, tents in high winds don't
Yeah.
tend to go overly well.
So I'm just trying to think of something for our wonderful Mothman.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't not
Not-
call him Mothman. Mothman's my favorite cryptid.
I can tell.
Fun fact budget.
Well, while we're on this topic, this meat here, this venison, is quite good. Do you have, perchance, half a dozen pounds for me to give to Spindra?
Half a dozen pounds of venison. We weren't expecting a spider. Not as much as when Seraph informed us a few days ago when she was organizing the ship.
Didn't we bring goats?
Yeah, we did, but I'm sure she would like a change in diet.
I could spare a little bit, but we don't have an abundance. The ship would take maybe a week's extra worth of rations in case the journey takes an awful lot longer. After that, we may have to start fishing. I suppose I could always trudge a net behind if you want me to catch some stuff for her.
Oh, that's fun.
You're all as adequately described as I would have expected.
She said we were weird, didn't she?
Those weren't her
Diverse.
exact words.
Everyone thinks we're weird. I don't really understand why.
You don't?
Well,
Understandable.
I mean,
Not from this plane. This is kind of
we
normal.
we are quite a strange group to all be together. I can see that. Especially now with all, 12 of us?
13.
13 of us?
Lucky 13.
You got to imagine, you did bring some elves, some tieflings, a moth creature, a
A
piney,
giant spider?
a piney that can turn into a larger piney, a spider, another elf, an Asimar, and a bugbear.
We're culturally diverse.
You most certainly are. I think it's the moth people and the giant spider that are really the attention drawers. Very few people have met a talking spider. This is my first, I must admit.
He likes magic a lot.
Also, I'd hazard a guess that the Mothman and the spider are the best behaved in our group. So that's that.
They are.
Strangely, yes.
The piney chap has broken a few bits already. He went exploring down the underside.
He doesn't mean to. He's really clumsy.
Yes, he knocked over a good few days' worth of rations. That's why we only have a week over.
Sorry.
It's all right. But no, the moth person sticks mostly to your tent, and she's slowing us down a little bit, but she seems happy in the masts.
This is brand new for her, so she's always lived in the forest.
Yes,
Not
she
to
can at
mention,
least stitch up any of our tears in the masts with some webbing. So there's that.
that's true. I mean, not to mention, we also did bring one of the Lord's Council on board as well.
Yes, that was an interesting move that you did.
My bad.
So you know what? I can definitely see why people would think we're a weird bunch now.
I'm glad you can see it.
I mean, I guess.
Or it's not convinced.
Press X to doubt.
Like, what? This isn't normal? Like, I don't know. This is
This is all I've ever known here. Seems pretty normal to me.
Is there anything I can accommodate you better on this ship? Is there anything I can do for you? Dinner will come to a close shortly.
Great.
I don't think so. So far, it has been nothing but comfortable.
You will have a 5-star review from us.
I'm not sure I know what that means, but okay.
It's been a lovely dinner.
Yes.
Just a question, though. Are you expecting any danger along the way to Sethasa? Should we be on the lookout at all? Or prepared?
No, we are well stocked. We are well equipped for the travel. Ever since
Good.
the ports at Serach were destroyed, it's been quite simple to travel these waters.
Right. I mean, I haven't really been walking around prepared for a fight, so that is good to know.
I don't imagine anything necessary from other ships. I have decent relationships with most of these shipping areas, and most of the unsavory ships that would go through it, so... We were picked for a reason. We're quick and we're efficient.
Somebody's
Okay.
being needy, I'm sorry.
Well, enjoy your night.
Thank you,
You
and
too.
thank you for the deal.
Yes, we leave before we completely ruin the impression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bold of you to assume
100%.
that wasn't when you stepped foot on the ship with a spider.
Yeah, come on. Have a little faith in us, come on.
Does Lynn say goodbye, or does he just like stand up, just walk
No,
out?
like, Westmouth. Thank you.
Oh, bless
So
him.
awkward.
Lovely.
As
How
people-
late after dinner?
It's like, I'd say that would have been late dinner. Very long dinner. It was very exquisite food. Say it might be like close to 10 o'clock in the evening, but with how far it is into the winter, the days are extremely short, so it is pitch black other than stars outside.
Oh, there's no moon tonight?
No, it is clear weather, and the moon appears to be very much so the slimmest it could be. All three of them.
I want to go let our wonderful Mothman know, and I can't remember his name, so I'm just going to call him our wonderful Mothman so I can remember if
Zanvin.
somebody tells me. Zanvin. Okay.
Zanvin.
But not Zanwern, because that's the Moonlit King.
Yeah,
That's
thanks.
it's really, really tough.
So yeah, I'm gonna go to the tent and be like, "Hey, Zanvin, are you still up?
Yes.
It's a new moon tonight. If you'd like to come out for a bit."
Moon also hurts my skin.
New moon. If there's no moon,
Well, it means I will then. It's a nice,
I thought you might
safe
enjoy it.
space.
Just stretch your wings a bit.
He kind of comes out and he's kind of hesitates. Should he take some stuff? And he's like, "I'll take your word for it." And he gets the top deck.
Hey.
It's beautiful out. He lets his wings kind of unfurl. Very like, kind of like, just, they're like under a canvas underneath, flick out. Very similar to how a ladybug's wings will come out. How are
Thank
you
you
feeling
for
with all this?
Not great. I'm stressed. More so than I thought I would be about so many people being here. And wanting to protect people and keep them safe. And dealing with my stubborn uncle.
Must be troublesome. I have Zalaria constantly. I can feel her eyes on me.
Creep.
No. It makes sense. She cares about you.
He clutches a little that you haven't been able to see because it was wrapped under everything. Very little like kind of like stone carved eye that is very similar to that. Those of you who know Hag's lore is an eye of a hag that has been given so she can see through.
You have the ability to message her.
No, but she has the ability to watch.
Would you like to share a few words? I mean, I would have to be the one sharing them with her, but if you'd like to say anything.
That would be very nice.
Of course.
I do not need to send her much. She knows how I feel. Just tell her I love her and miss her.
I'm gonna do a sending. And I'll let her know what he said.
Here,
So we can
please.
say thank you.
She replies very in kind, but thanks you at the message. Says please treat him well.
She says the same and asks us to treat you well.
Much the worry.
She has every right to, I think, given the situation.
Not fought this talking before. I hope I do not burden you all.
I don't think you will. I don't think it's something that you should worry too much about.
Yeah, rubs where his arm once was. I'll do my
I'm
best.
sorry about what happened.
It's okay.
If I ever gain the magic to do anything to help you, you'll be the first to know, okay?
I request you don't. Just is a hindrance to me, yes. But I wear it with pride. Is what happened. Every scar, every fight I've been in. I don't want to forget any of it. I don't want to forget meeting any of you.
Really brave.
I move forward, not back. I do not need to be who I was a few months ago. I need to be who I'm going to be in a few months.
I wish I had that kind of determination. I'm still trying to figure out who I am exactly, let alone who I'm going to be.
You'll figure it out. Takes
As
everyone
long as we
different
live, we
amount of
will. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're alright. I'm sure you will all do fine.
Can I ask you something kind of personal? And feel free to turn me down.
It depends on the question, but you can ask.
My uncle. Let me go back. When I was young, I was sold to the Queen of Night and Magic's court.
I'm
And
sorry to hear that.
I don't really remember my time beforehand, so it's not something that bothers me. But it bothers my uncle a great deal. And he blames the Queen much more than he blames my mother, who sold me. And he wants to hunt her down. And in doing this, he believes that he bested the Moonlit King. And I do not believe that's the case. I was just wondering if you knew anything more about him that could help me place some inkling of doubt on him.
I ask why you believe he didn't.
Because the Archfey are so much stronger than I have reason to believe. And if Xanwan is anything like I've ever heard, it's that he's as tricksy and great of an actor as I've ever heard of, let alone seen.
I ask you this. Your uncle is a competent warrior. The Moonlit King was banished from his court, not from that realm of existence, but that court a long time ago. His power waned greatly from what I had heard. Given the drop and the right preparation, an excellent warrior could have done it. It may sit different now that he's in the court, if you so say. He may be back to his full potential. But at the time, I don't doubt someone could have caught him off guard. I don't know how the fight would have went.
So you believe it's more likely that I'm giving credit for?
You've lost a lot of time with your uncle, and it is not my place to put any judgment on anything. I do not know the deal your parents made. I do not know the deal that was offered. I do not know anything about it. What I do know is I feel in a weakened state. If I were to find the Moonlit King, I could have done something similar with enough time to prepare. If I had devoted years of my life to it. In full strength, perhaps. He is not. He is the king of nothing when he is not on the throne. He has no court to back him. It is not like he is some magnitude of a man that has muscle and strength to burn. He is a clever man. He is a quick-witted man. He is capable of many magics. But, just like anyone, if situation permits, and he had the drop on him, I don't see it to be an impossible task. I just see it to be a difficult task. Now, if he was in the court, and your uncle claimed to have gotten the drop on him in the court in his bedchamber, I would greatly disbelieve that.
I don't think I was given details about war, the fight.
You never
Kind of-
asked.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I just didn't believe it straight out because I was like, ah!
Let me ask you this. Your uncle, he wields cold iron, yes?
Yes.
Is he capable of sneaking up and going unseen?
Yes, but I don't know to what extent. But he is quite dexterous.
Albeit a harsh. Unprobable, not impossible, that he tells the truth. Why he let the Moonlit King live, I do not know this. If the fight went in his favour, perhaps the deal was struck. Fae are inclined. But if he speaks with candour, and you know him to be true, you know his memories to be true, then how much faith do you put in family over court?
I don't know. I'm still trying to understand what it even means to have family.
Well, we've got time to figure it out. About 3 weeks before we face Tarkin.
So don't do it.
Thank you.
I don't know if that helps. As for
No, it
speaking
helps
of the
too.
strength of the Moonlit King, on his throne he banished my entire species from that plane of existence and cursed us with a surface curse. He is strong if he sits on the throne. He is strong if he has his advisors and he has his abilities.
I believed that the power of the court came from that which was ruling, not the other way around.
There is a bit of both. It takes a powerful Fae to rule a powerful court, but a powerful court gives plenty of boon to a powerful Fae. The buildings themselves, the courts themselves, have innate magic within. Ability to manipulate the halls, although I do not need to tell you much of what a court can do if you spend so much time in there. They're tricky places, and many things can be controlled within by the one who controls it.
We're getting away with any kind of secrets in there. Thank you. I needed more perspective, and I appreciate you taking the time to help me gain it.
I do not know how much I helped, but I'm glad it helped a little.
It helps a lot. I still have doubts, but you helped me instill some doubt in myself when I was asking it of somebody else.
I do not know the fight. I just provide perspective on what I know to be true. If he is as excellent a combatant as he claims to be, that is not to say he is without fault. I imagine if he assumes he could take on a Fae in their own court by himself, be grossly misguided.
Got a bit of a confidence thing.
But if he plans to kill your queen and she no longer sits on the throne, he probably has a good chance.
I'll fix to avoid that. Thank you for
Families
your
are hard.
perspective.
I suppose that is the first thing to learn.
That part came easy.
Nothing else will.
Nothing? Not even a bit?
Morning usually does. Don't have to do anything for that to arrive.
Sometimes I wish that didn't come so easy, though. Sure you don't.
One day every few months when all the moons align, I can step outside.
I'm sorry. Not something that you deserve. I don't think.
It was the punishment of my people. I wear with pride like anything else.
Okay.
If,
I
however,
think. Go
I
ahead.
beg your pardon.
No, please go ahead.
If ever it does come to a fight where you are looking to fight the Moonlit King, and everything goes fine with your family, everything goes fine here, you would not have to ask but once to ask for the Lunarians' help. We would happily strike back against the Moonlit King if we could get to him.
Bear in mind, okay? I appreciate it.
It's not an issue. There is an old grudge, let's say.
You're just a fuzz of one.
A major surface curse is not something easily forgotten.
No. If there's anything in the future, depending on, of course, how life goes, presumably we all make it alive in the next month. I do hope maybe one day there's something I can do to help that.
Perhaps. I do not plan to die in this fight. Zelaria would kill me if I did so.
I think I've made a similar threat to somebody here.
All the more scary when it comes from your partner.
All the more scary when it comes from a necromancer, too. Now, what if someone was both? Huh.
I jokingly say as I like pat his arm and I tell him
He-
good night.
He unfurls his wings and he takes off. Buzzing away. Would anyone like to speak to anyone else before the night is up? Don't all speak at once now.
Talked so much tonight.
So we're gonna go ahead.
Liberal.
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to speak up, fine.
Oh, just Libra will be just sitting at the back of the boat, like near the tree carving that Braska made, just sitting cross-legged and just sort of trying to meditate, but thinking way too much to meditate, and then trying again and just trying to like settle his mind a bit and just trying to like see if he can feel the magic coursing through his body and just experiencing the magic in his body.
Would I
You
have
pick
seen
up-
him as I was going
That's
inside?
below deck. Not the back.
Oh, okay.
AJ, Liber picked the exact area where Braska is carving into wood to meditate.
Yep, pretty much.
So we're gonna go ahead and take our first break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes to do more awkward family roleplay. Let's go.
Hey!
It's okay. We've got one session of awkward family roleplay, and then we've got 2 intense sessions of combat.
2? What the fuck?
We'll be back shortly. Hey, we're back from a break. I have coffee. Party's doing awkward family roleplay. I'm not going to take too much time. Bam! Morning, unless anyone wants to do anything at night. No, that's too easy. Eleanor.
Again?
No, I just want to see if you're paying attention. So,
Yeah, I'm always paying attention. Fuck you.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Always on it 100% of the time.
Yeah, and why every time me? Why are you picking on me?
because the look of panic when I'm about to give you an ASMR dream, you're just like,
Asthma dream.
Rap, could you not call out my asthmatic cat?
Aw, poor- It's not very inclusive
You
of
need
you.
an inhaler, that's not fair.
How
So-
could he be so anti-gamer?
Just breathe better.
Yeah, he breathes kind of
Forehead? God.
So with this lovely energy in the studio tonight, we're gonna start taking travel more less so day by day, because that'll take forever, and we're gonna start doing it in chunks of like weeks. So we've got 3 weeks.
Sorry, me and Zario were having a moment. I got a fancy new water bottle, and she was like, "Show it," and I was like, "Look at it, fancy."
DM face, player face. DM face, player face.
I hate that. I hate
My
that.
other one's the handle break.
Yeah, at least this one is not the skulls where you say, "Oh, this is Vel, and this is Eleanor, and this is Liver."
I have that.
Des, no.
No, no.
Don't you
Can we
go
get the
research
spray
it?
Today's session, they're all live.
Liver, speaking
Yeah.
of which, as we get through the first few days, as people start getting themselves in, I would like to get to your ritual, because it is literally the namesake of this episode, as it is probably the most important thing I can think of in this episode. Shard of
What?
the
Family
Tempest.
awkwardness, isn't?
Look, it just didn't have the same ring to it as Shard of the Tempest.
That's fair.
It's a good title.
Family reunion, take 2.
Liber, after about a few days, 3-4 days, you were approached by the headmistress. She has managed to get everything she needs, and upon your availability, you can go and attempt this ritual.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
I mean, first I'd warn the captain about the fact that there is a fairly hefty magic ritual potentially happening in a sec.
Let's play that out. I want to see his reaction to this.
Yes, I'm. Captain?
Yeah.
Thought I'd warn you. There's, some big magic stuff that's going to be happening pretty soon. I'm not sure if you know magic at all, but...
A little.
Yeah.
So, I need to check with Tarrant on something. Would you just go grab my first mate?
Okay. Go first, mate. Bring him
Alright,
back.
He comes in. Tarrant looks quite excited. Has it happened? I believe so. As Tarrant pulls out this little 9x9 square card and crosses off an X in the top right corner of Big Magic Ritual. I got bingo. And he starts running off to tell the other sailors. Yes.
Sorry.
I had one of you exploding, but didn't happen first.
Please
So,
tell
you
me
were saying?
didn't. Yeah, we'll discuss bingo later. Yeah, big magic ritual. Yeah. So
gonna
just
blow up my
thought
ship?
I'd warn you. I don't know. This is involving kind of god level shit. So one way to find out. It may get
I
a
should have
little
asked
bit
for more
stormy.
money.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh. Monsters of Mayhem,
Let's
thank
just-
you for the raid.
That's such
Hey.
a cool name!
That is such a
We're
cool
doing
name.
a ritual to see if someone loses their entire life.
Yeah. I'm gonna get like a god splinter removed.
So you're
Please
playing
don't
D&D.
capsize it.
Well, tell us about your session. How did it go?
Agenda! We are
We're-
also...
We're doing awkward family roleplay and possibly deadly rituals. The two worst things in D&D.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Awkward conversation's been pretty fun so far. I've enjoyed
Oh,
them. Read.
So, have you ever had anyone die on this ship?
At least 3.
Okay. Let's see. Let's
At
hope we don't
once,
make it
or
I don't want to get into semantics.
Fair enough.
Maybe
Yeah, let's
even
hope it's
3 and
not
a
4,
half.
because, yeah.
I mean, even
Just-
if you die, you probably won't stay dead, right?
Oh, Aura. Hey. Yeah, probably not.
Oh, fuck with. Need to put a
Okay,
bell
I'm
in
short,
she-
not invisible.
She does that.
Sorry, I'm
you
a
sure
little
you
bit
were?
buzzed right now.
That's
Would
right.
it be the coffee?
It's the rum.
I would say potentially prepare for a storm, maybe? I don't really know what to expect, but
Oh.
storm may happen. Apologies in advance. Have a nice
Oh.
day!
Get paid enough. So you make your way to Usan's
Headmistress.
quarters.
Let's do this.
It is so up to you how you wish to approach. Who is coming to the ritual, though? That's what I want to know.
I would have told people about it. Definitely
I'm-
Eleanor.
I'm obviously coming. Yeah.
Okay.
If
Go,
Eleanor
let's come
doesn't
in.
work, I can try my hand at it.
Braska's going to start
Literally
making my
nothing better
coffee.
to do.
Braska will just carve a sort of a representation of the whole ritual.
It's like, you know, the guy in court where there's a guy that's like draws everybody. Brask's gonna piece over the fucking ship and just draw, like carving what's happening.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out which track I wanted to use for this.
The combat one. Suddenly.
Bum, 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 bum. Ah!
So, as you gather around, people learning bits, you see what's set up is a large, almost like a surgical table. Many instruments set around. There's scalpels, there's blades, there's hooks, and next to it there's this large tome, a spell book, quite familiar to some of you. She appears to have many pages of ritual notes taken down. Well, up on the table whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'll give my ritual book to Aura. Case safekeeping.
As
Please,
Liber
from-
is climbing up, I will pat him on the shoulder and say, "Well, do your best not to die," and I'll inspire him. For some reason, I don't know.
Weird inspiration, but sure.
I will also inspire the mage.
Perfect, thank you. But if you could please remove from the waist up, I will be trying to make the shard of the Tempest manifest.
Where's Velk?
Valk? Where-
Probably in the crow's nest.
Okay.
Crow's nest, probably just vibing.
I just didn't know if he would be with you, so I was going to offer to hold on to him as well.
Yeah, he's free spirit currently.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
say
I just
crow's
wanted to make
nest.
sure.
So yeah,
This
just
is going to take a few hours. You're all welcome to stay as long as you wish. The way I intend on doing this will be the shard of whatever lies within inside you. I will be making it come forward, becoming something that no longer flows a magic essence throughout you, but is a physical manifestation. The second bit requires surgical precision of removing it and fixing wherever it impales when it arrives.
sounds fun.
This is your last chance to change your mind. I would not think any less of you.
Liber will just shut his eyes. Quick prayer to every god he knows of. Mainly the Farwalker and the Tempered Trident.
Something that's very important. When it manifests within you, I expect you to be in a great deal of pain and a great deal of discomfort. But there will be a shard of a trident inside you. We do not know quite how large. the more you move around, the more damage it could possibly do to your internal organs. The more it will be difficult for me to patch you up.
I can help with that if you'd like. I'm just saying, I know a shadow spell that restrains individuals.
Are you talking rune of imprisonment or no?
No, I'm talking black ribbons.
So, would this spell get physically in my way as I open him up?
It shouldn't because it's shadows. Let me double check though.
I put your book on the bottom, I take my book out and I yoink it open.
Double check. It shouldn't.
No one has hold person, do they?
You pull pieces of shadows into the
Yeah.
realm of their own reality, causing a 20 inky ribbons that turn the area into difficult terrain around the nearby creatures. But I was hoping like I could flavor it as shadows literally like holds arms and stuff down.
We also just have strong people who can hold Liber down.
And that too. I was just trying to offer something that would probably be less in the way since they're shadowy ribbons that can just move.
It's the way Liber wants to go out, getting
Does it
cut
specifically
open
give the
while
restrained
strong
condition or
people
just
walking
difficult
down.
terrain?
Any creature that ends their turn in the area becomes restrained by the shadow ribbons until the end of its next turn.
So this room is maybe 10 foot by 10 foot. How large is the
Ah.
area?
It's larger. It's a 20-foot cube, so I didn't know if like he would allow me to shrink it down. No,
You're
okay.
not an evocation wizard that has careful casting for that sort of thing, so unfortunately not.
That's fine. I just was trying to be helpful, so I
No,
wasn't
by all
sure
means,
it
if you
would
guys
work.
have anything you want to contribute to this within the confines of the ritual, by all means.
Look,
Every time you
Vel
down.
has Vel can always try to hold him down, but
Yeah.
probably not the
Don't we
most
have rope?
comfortable.
Probably. I mean, we're on a boat.
Strap
Yeah.
me down. Let's get this radio fucking started.
I mean,
Wish I had something that I could numb your brain. So, but I don't.
What's the chance
yeah, it's
anyone
called
needs to
being
be?
fucking Liber.
What's the chance anyone it needs to be an extra D6 wise though? Because I can do that.
Me all the time.
Honestly, though,
Same.
dude.
The only other thing I could do would be lacerate to help with the chopping, but you know.
That is not
That's
a
not
delicate cut.
precision.
I know.
yeah.
So
That's why I'm laughing while trying to say that. So,
let us begin. Unless anyone. So, please lie down. She starts poring over a tome. She starts getting various sort of cyan-colored chalks and drawing symbology around you, similar to symbology that you recognize in your mind to kind of represent, kind of like writing of angels. If anyone speaks Celestial, they will recognize the script. Yeah, so it doesn't really translate directly to common or anything, but it's more like celestial runes. Specifically something to manifest and bind. She goes through it all, and I'll make the first roll of this ritual.
Well, she does have inspiration.
What's
Am I
that?
incapacitated?
Inspiration? No. I'll get to you in a minute.
Okay.
Well,
What's your
yeah, I
inspiration?
inspired D8.
Okay, so with her spellcasting modifier, it's already a +7. She rolled a 4. So that's straight to 11.
Hang on, Des. If I'm not incapacitated,
You're not yet.
okay, I can. She made what, attack roll, ability check, or saving throw?
Yes, an ability check.
All right, I'm gonna add a D4 to that as well with bend luck.
Okay, so
I rolled a 4.
that's 8 + 7 is already 15. That's much better. Plus a D8, 5, 20. Meets the DC.
Oh my god, is this DC 20?
The DC was 20 to get the thing to manifest to begin with.
So far.
Liber, as you feel a sudden, like, squelch and pressure as you just cough up a bunch of blood, there is suddenly an immense burning pain. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to not jolt as it happens.
Hell yeah.
Liber.
Adding a D8.
Okay. Can you add them to saving throws? Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can.
D8. Fucking that one.
You also have D6s, probably, if you did
No,
the
you
I
other
don't.
one.
don't. I don't.
You lazy ass.
Hey, do like
Um,
journals are for nerds on the week I'm dying.
Yeah. So 15 total. I
15
rolled a 5
total.
on there.
So you can keep that D8 because you don't succeed as you jolt up and suddenly you feel something almost like snap and bend as you just clunch and you get pushed back down by her straight away. This is only the beginning. You cannot move. As she starts writing more chalk, as she starts drawing the lines, trying to connect the celestial runes over you, Liber is just like sputtering blood from the mouth. First, for this round, I need you to remove, since you failed that save, 20 HP, please.
Hell yeah.
Does I have a question? If I know Celestial, can I aid her in the ritual in any way? Like give her advantage?
You do not know what this ritual is. It is outside your realm of knowledge, other than the fact that it is celestial. It's just more that you can recognize the runes recognize the concept of runes. Unfortunately, not.
Alright. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably I should have asked about that to help in advance.
As the runes start getting drawn over you, all of you guys start seeing, just at like the bottom left rib of library, you see something start to poke out through.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just the tip
Get a new
of
rib.
something. Nope. And she rolls a 19 on this roll with her modifier. As you feel whatever it is expand and heat up. Again, I need another Constitution saving throw from you.
Of course, friend. Do I want to give myself advantage? Not yet. And I've got the D8. 8. So
You succeed.
23.
You only take 10 points of damage this turn.
I will again give inspiration to both.
Thanks.
Last Togda, as she starts grabbing not so much chalk anymore, but little bits of like crushed powder that you're not sure exactly what the component is in each hand. One being of a pure, almost white color, and the other being a dark, deep blue. And she starts tracing it along the different celestial runes, almost outlining as you see them start to glow and pulsate. So she has a D8. She's gonna have to use it. 1 second. It's 19 total with everything.
Can I'm incapacitated at this point, aren't I?
No, you're just bleeding a lot.
I mean, if I can see shit, then I can add a D4.
Sure, you can add a D4 if you want.
Add 2 to that.
2 to that. I will just succeed, DC being 20 again.
He's on surgery in the middle of this.
Oh,
You
I
feel
could.
almost from the length of your navel, and at this moment, you can't get your breath anymore. What's your Constitution modifier? As something pierces
mod?
your lungs.
+2.
So,
Yep.
rules for suffocation. You are considered drowning in your own blood and suffocating because you can't get any breath in anymore. You will be at 0 hit points in 2 rounds because that is what your con modifier is. And you'll start taking death saves then.
Can I give him healing?
You can certainly try, but that's not going to take anything out of his lungs that's currently in there. It will, unfortunately. You took your headset off there. The trident manifested and pierced both his lungs.
Shit. Okay, I'll be right back.
Would it be a horrible idea? Okay. Hear me out here for 2 seconds.
Don't turn me into a fucking skeleton, Jen.
I'm not.
Polymorph. Bigger lungs
I
breathe
don't know
better.
that. No, I was thinking. So, what if you melt him out to blow the blood out of the holes and then it gets healed while that's happening, so that he's not drowning in his own blood?
There's still
So,
a hole with
There's still
the
a trident
metal
halfway
my
through his
lungs.
lungs.
Okay, well, since she was trying to heal, and the thing that you brought up was that there's still blood in his lungs, I was trying to offer some
Oh no,
kind
it's the fact that there's still a trident in his lungs.
That's fair, that's fair, that's fair.
I need another Constitution saving throw from you, Liber.
Yep.
Do you still have inspiration?
You just inspired me then, so yeah.
Okay, that's the same round. Good.
So 17.
17, you succeed. Take another 10 points of damage. Not that it really matters, because in 2 rounds. 2 more rolls, you will be at 0 HP and start taking death saves. So,
I mean,
And-
in 2 more rolls, I'll be at 0 anyway, Des. I can't survive 2 more rounds of that.
Well, I can
Well, don't
heal
worry,
you.
'cause
I can heal you for this.
you can heal HP, yeah, but you're not going to be able to
Yeah.
heal the suffocating condition that's his lungs being popped.
Yeah, that's fine. For the 2 rounds at least, so he doesn't drop earlier, I will give him fucking healing word 4th level.
Okay.
So it's a big 14. Here you go.
Hey, that's pretty good. Do I heal that now, Des?
You do heal that now. But again, you're still going to technically be suffocating, drowning in your own blood.
Is that going to impede the trident removal, though?
I mean, it'll stop me
No.
moving.
So, as you see the healing magic, half of it goes towards Liber. And something seems to be absorbing magic within him.
Uh-huh.
So, Liber, you can heal that 14. Give me back 7 of that, please.
Sure.
If I notice that, I will also use my action to use my healing hands to heal another 8, which becomes 4, I guess.
Do the healing hands get
So-
halved as well?
Healing hands, being of a celestial nature, will not.
Sweet. So 8, you said?
8.
8, my level 8.
Yep, there we go.
Next
That's
thing you
honestly
see,
it. Yeah. It's nice.
she puts down all the components, and she takes out this very, very sharp-looking dagger, like scalpel-like dagger, that's about like that long in length for the head of the blade. You hold him down for this. Gestures to you, Belle. So
They'll move up, just
I'll need a
Try her
con save
best.
as this starts to happen, as she's going to, from the top of your ribcage down to your stomach with the scalpel, open your skin.
I'm giving myself advantage with Tides of Chaos, so the next spell I cast will surge if I
So-
live that long.
Give me a con save. You can
Easy.
stay perfectly still, but you are just like bleeding from the mouth, and you're just, you can get no words out at this stage because the blood filling your lungs. You have 1 more turn before you were at 0, unconscious, making death saves.
Is there anything I could do about the whole blood filling his lungs?
If there was, if you, not really. How would it
Okay.
work about this? What if you give me
Remove
something, I
blood.
can try and help. But
I-
The special spell, remove blood.
No, I was just like, I don't know, like not that she wants to kiss him, but like she was like going to do like mouth to mouth to do something to get blood out of his lungs. If
I
that
don't think
would work.
mouth to mouth will remove blood. You'll not suck the blood out of him.
There's holes in the lungs. What it pushed? There's a pressure thing, right?
vampire.
Is that a thing? I don't know if
I
that's
wouldn't
how.
say you-
blood fountain coming out of Liver.
seeing as the other end would be blocked, the pressure, it's just like his lungs are filling because there is no exit at this stage.
Okay, the thing needs to be removed. Okay, that's
Listen,
what I
as
was.
soon as it's
confused about.
removed, I'm gonna cast mending. He's gonna be fine.
Okay, I'm just
The one
scared,
time the smell
okay?
comes in.
I'm just
It's 10 minutes
scared.
lasting.
I'm just like, get the blood
It'll
out
be
of the lungs,
fine.
okay? I'm
I hope
scared.
it'll be fine.
As the 2 halves of skin, she just pulls and separates as the half skin pull back. You can all see piercing up through the part of his upper intestine, his stomach, and into his lungs, diagonally up, is a half of a trident with 2 prongs still left on it. The other one snapped off in some other plane of existence, or in
I get
another
2
person.
prongs. Fuck you, Marvin.
As she's going to try and dexterously try and remove it.
I'm definitely incapacitated at this point.
Yes,
Wait,
that
is
is a
she,
19. So
She's still inspired if she needs it.
She won't. She starts like trying to like carefully take your insides and take them from untangling around the trident, pulling bits of it out. You will now drop to 0 this turn. You are rolling death saves.
Cool.
Can we stabilize or?
Someone will have to make a medicine check to actually heal up all the holes in the lungs. She's not gone fully out yet. There's still primary bits. It's still punctured through the 2 of the lungs. She's going to have to that out. After that, you'll be able to roll to heal, but we'll see what happens. So, oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the sound of that.
I don't like that either.
Liber, I need a death saving throw from you, and you lose 2. Already. As she rolls a nat 1 and it catches on a rib and tears through down the side of your lung.
Oh.
It's a fail this turn. Okay, that's not... She stops for a second. She just gently grabs her hand down. Let's try this again. She has a D8?
Yes, she does.
So this was a dexterity modifier. It's not quite as good, so she wouldn't matter.
In a good way, or
Liber,
it doesn't matter?
you lose 2 more death saving throws. As she almost catches something and it pulls and pops.
So he's dead.
Liber has died.
Well,
Second time.
get a move on.
Now you can
get
try
it
and do
out.
healings to... She manages to pull it out at this stage. You can heal up and do whatever you will. If you...
Oh, if she pulls it out, I, as soon as it happens, I try to revive.
Are you sure you want to do that right now? As you've seen this trident has absorbed magic already once.
Well, you said she pulled it out. Is it out of him?
It is out of him, but it's still
Take the
on
trident out of the room first.
What is she doing? Like, is she just standing there with?
So she's
with
got it. She's going to take it out, but she's like going to place it aside. Also, I got to check, does Revivify, will that stitch close the skin?
I think it mends. It doesn't replace limbs, but
It doesn't replace limbs. It just revives a person, and they come back with 1 HP.
can't restore any missing body parts. Would you say a hole in the lung is a missing body part?
It's not a missing body part.
No. So as things quickly tried to be stitched back into area.
Can we take the trident out of here?
If someone wants to say that.
You can do it. I'm staying with him. I can't do shit.
It's like, let's take the trident away, and then you can revive him because it's obviously taken half of your healing, or it's taken something. It's taken magic. I don't know.
So I'm just like waiting with my revive. As soon as I can, I will do it.
So
Got diamond in hand, just going.
Diamond in hand.
you
We're
take
just gonna
the trident
take
out of the area. You cast Revivify.
What are you rolling? It's Revivify.
Sometimes a soul has to be willing to return to life, and sometimes souls are innately connected to things.
Okay.
Just fucking off himself by getting rid of his fucking trident soul.
Or you feel the trident pull back towards the room. Can you give me a strength check to see if you can keep it from going back towards the library?
Yeah.
What did you roll?
4 minus 2.
4 minus 2. It slips out of your hand, almost innately goes back, cutting through the room. Which, with Libra's soul being present enough towards the body, can successfully revive them. Taking the trident out of the room would have been what made sure he couldn't. Libra, you come to. You see this massive scar from your nape up to your rib cage. You're at 1 HP.
As soon as he opens his eyes, I will do another healing word.
Yeah, he just starts spitting out, like coughing up buckets of blood.
Okay, so 12 more HP. I turn to the mage. Well, was it successful?
I think so. It is difficult
Oh,
to tell.
My blood's green now.
Would I feel the pull of Liber's soul or whatever? Like, having kind of inkling that his soul is in the trident bit instead of in his body bits?
You might have an idea about that. The trident needed to be by his side. I don't know. It almost moved on its own.
Would that like off of like some Madoka Magica shit that like his soul is still in the trident thing and now I keep it with him, or else he just like goes like ragdoll because his body's a puppet type of thing? Or
Let's try that.
So, you have a shard of the Tempest, Liber. It is like half the shaft is half split, like down the middle, and 2 prongs of this trident still exists. So technically, it's a bident right now.
Should I call it Joe?
No.
Could be a polydent, you know. You never know.
But you're away.
Liber,
Uh,
how are you
How are you
feeling?
feeling?
Just like scoops into his mouth and just scoops out some like congealed blood and just.
Bit along.
My blood tastes different as a tiefling, that's for sure.
TMI, darling.
Is it
Can
spicy?
you walk?
Let's try.
And
and just
Bell's
like
just looking
you-
like, what the fuck?
You're very weak on
That's
your
Liber.
legs, but you can walk.
Come on, Liber. I will help you. Vel will help Liber up.
We should
Just offer
definitely.
support.
We should definitely know what trident is in
Mhm.
depth.
Yeah, did we get it?
Yes. Aura, can you identify what it does?
Yeah, sorry, it just... When it flew out of my hand, I felt a pull that wasn't just like magic yoinking it away. Like, it felt like consciousness.
Well, it kind of makes sense. I mean, a lot of powerful magic items have sentience. I think.
Yes, but it felt like you. Not like a different thing.
Can I? I'll like reach out my hand for it.
It's in your hand before you wait. As soon as you wake up.
Oh, okay, it was in my hand.
Yeah.
Am I feeling any sort of connection to it?
There's some form of innate connection between you and this object. You're not sure what though, but it feels.
Or does it just feels comfortable in my hand?
It feels like an extension of your body.
Mm-hmm. Don't know. Yeah, if you could identify it, or I'm not really. Ow! Up to it.
I will ritual identify it for the next 10 minutes.
During that
You
10, I'll
ritual
be
identify
thanking.
this artifact to you shows no enchantment.
You look, or just looking very sus at this.
My specific words are to you shows no enchantment.
Yeah.
I just like
Ooh.
pass the pearl. I'm like, I know you're not feeling it, buddy, but you should probably do this because I'm just getting blank.
Okay, just give me 1 sec.
I'm also gonna like tap him on the shoulder and give him my 11 healing points.
Okay.
11, awesome.
Libert,
Hmm?
you identify this object. It feels weird. It's almost like identifying a part of yourself. There is an element of enchantment to it that you're not quite sure how it works. It feels like something that just innately should be at you. You don't feel an innate enchantment that comes to knowledge off of it, but you feel the need to attune to this. Not like it's enchanted itself, but like it could empower you instead.
Yeah, alright. Nothing at the minute, but I think I need to spend some time with it out of my body. Ugh. Anyone got a handkerchief or something?
The headmistress gives you one.
Just blow my nose and just bloody snot, just, you know, beautifulness.
And I tell the
Why-
headmistress thank you for all that she's done.
It's alright. I would like to study that as much as possible and make records of it when you figure out what it does.
Yeah,
In lieu of payment, of course.
yeah.
How about we get you to bed though, Liber?
I'm
I
gonna
think
go
you
to
need a
sleep.
bit of rest after that.
And this trident, is it like, you know, like 5 foot sort of long? Or
No, it would probably be about, because remember, star elves innately when they are in their humanoid form are about 7
then-
foot plus. So it's
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
4 foot long because like the shaft is like you can see where it's split up and the end isn't actually on this half. Same as one of the prongs. So you've got about
Yeah.
halfway up and 2 of the prongs. So it's
yeah.
probably about 3 foot long, 4 foot long maybe.
Okay, cool. So I can't really use it as like a walking stick then, but I'll accept like Vel's help or whatever to get me out.
So it's
I like
like
to imagine-
almost as tall as Zora.
Yes.
I imagine that Braska's just watching this whole thing, just like, what the fuck?
Braska has made a very intricate carving of Liba's horrific death.
Oh fuck yeah!
Beautiful.
Library, you go to your room, you sit down and you attune to this, do you?
Yeah.
As you attune to it, just innately, you feel a sense of breathing, like the rise and fall of breath. Almost like a pulse in your hand from this trident. Your charisma will go up to 23. And you can now access any of the water-based elemental magic of a level you can cast, and it does not count as spells you have prepared. So you will always innately have them prepared. It does not give you the ability to cast them as spell slots, but the elemental magic that are water-based you can now cast. This is the first stage of this artifact.
And bring some water to the desiccation, are
Wow, that 23 in charisma. Goddamn, can I get a trident?
Guys,
Dude.
my spell save is 17.
That's not as high as you seem thinking
I mean,
it is.
it's still
I was
pretty
expecting
damn.
it to be like.
It's pretty
That's stupid.
chunky though.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
Pretty
but
chunky.
23
So-
just sounds cool.
How does Eleanor feel about not being the most charismatic in the party?
She still has
Jokes on you,
expertise on things.
very charismatic.
Oh, fair. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah,
expertise.
like-
Never mind.
My
Yeah,
persuasion is still only +9. Like, come on.
yeah, I'm still
Laughs in
better.
Eleanor.
Fair, fair.
Water elemental magic. Holy shit.
That thing
That's big.
fucks. That thing.
Also,
Hey,
as I
Liba
said,
fucks
if
too.
ever we get to the stage of season 2 or
He
3 of this
does.
campaign, that is the first stage of this artifact.
Yeah, we got that. Woof.
Mm,
I mean, to be fair, out of the whole group, Libra's the only one who fucks.
Okay.
Well, Eleanor and Val have
yourself.
shared that bed
Speak for
one night, so
yourself.
we don't know. It's not confirmed. It's a fan theory.
It's a fancy. There was
It's a
wine
theory.
involved.
A fan theory.
Fan theory.
So, Liber, if you need any help, if you just type in elemental magic, there will come a list on the SRD.
okay, sweet.
I'll
That
see if
is
I can
cool.
give it to you as a handout.
So nice.
Yeah, so if you just type in elemental magic, it's under subclasses, elemental list, elemental magic, spell list. So I believe it will give you access to something like Tidal Barrier, Frozen Razors, Riptide, and that is it for now. But as you get higher, you'll get like Frostbite, Drown, Blizzard,
Yeah.
Caustic Torrent
Mm.
to begin with.
It's fun.
Just a little sneak peek.
Oh, yeah.
You also, if you do not know it, will learn the language Aquan to know how to understand it, and you have resistance to cold damage.
Are aquatic elves a
Another
thing in this world?
Aquan is the element. Like,
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the. I thought that was the water elf language. So I was just like, wait a minute.
they also do get that, and Tritons on the other side would take that stuff as well.
I love how Liba's just like constantly going to be comfortable temperature now, because you know
Yep.
fire resistance and cold resistance. He's just going to be
Yeah.
like mild.
Library is such a Mary Sue, and honestly, we need that for the last part.
I mean, hey, not me having cold and heat resistance from the very start, but that's alright.
What a
That's
so
alright.
flexing.
It's kind of weird that you bring that up now. Like, just don't overshadow AJ or anything. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, come on, Raph. I just had a splinter removed. Died. Cool.
If anyone would like to do anything else in this week of travel, you can so do so.
I will sleep for the week.
Can
Sleep is
Braska
for the
break
weak.
more
You're
of-
right.
Can Braska break more of the ship off to make a very nice looking frame for this horrific death scene he has made to give to Lifa?
As you go to do that, the same guy who started the betting ring on your things, please, if you want wood, just tell me. I can give you wood. Stop breaking my ship.
Whoa, he wants to give him his wood? What?
Braska at like the
Ah.
bottom rung of like the ladder to get to the top of the crow's nest. He's just like snap.
Piece by piece, Braska is dismantling the ship that we are on.
Yes. Of course. Why wouldn't he be?
And at the same time, dismantling the mental state of the poor comforter. So, 2 birds, 1 stone, 1 Braska.
He's dismantling the establishment.
Yes, and our lives, because we are on the ship, might I remind you.
So,
Who knew Braska was the anarchist?
Know how
Who
to
knew?
the next
swim.
week of travel. AJ, I feel it's only fitting because it's you. Can you roll me not 1d100 to see how the weather goes, but 2d100, and I will take the worst.
Oh, why?
Because something that was controlling the seas is no longer doing that.
Oh, rip.
You're welcome, friendo.
There
Oh,
becomes torrential rain over the next few days. The winds very slowly go out of your favor, and it has become a hellish scape to be on deck of this ship, and even sleeping underneath. There's drops of water on your face, except if you're in the tent, because that's probably pretty comfortable.
I would like to talk to Liba. Well, where would you be? Would you be under the torrential rain, or...?
I mean, probably, since water is kind of a vibe at the minute.
Alright.
First flash, he was taking a bath.
Yes. Then Eleanor will come out with an umbrella and say, "Oh, darling, as you are the master of seas, apparently, can you do something about this?"
Maybe. Give me a sec. I was about to look up whether create and destroy water can just, like, stop rain in an area.
That'd be cool.
Give me a sec. Because I think it can. Create or destroy water. No, I can destroy fog, but I can't destroy rain. I don't think so. Actually, maybe. Control water could do it. Just like, he's just looking at the trident, just trying to, like, work something out. Thanks for bringing me back, by the way.
Well, always, darling. That's one of my core competencies, of course.
Yeah.
Although, I will say, this was more stressful than I thought it would be. Specifically because it seems like the trident is inherently connected to you and to your life force. So
Yeah.
be careful not to leave it anywhere, or just be careful. I'm not sure what will happen if you're separated from it.
Honestly, neither. Who knows?
You seem very blasé about all of this.
Well, I've had this in me for, like, more than 4 months. And now it's not. And I didn't stay dead from it. So I figure that, it's kind of a win, isn't it?
Your powers of observation never fail to astound me, Liba. I will say, though, since this has happened, do you think after Tarkan's death you would want to continue research on the Trident, or come back with us to Livoka?
I think go back to the Livoka just to, like, just rest and not do adventuring for a while would be quite nice. I don't know how the whole age thing works now that I'm a tiefling, but I assume I still have plenty of time before I, die of old age, so I'd have time to hang with you guys.
Oh, that's nice. Also, if you do find early signs of aging, I do have a few recipes for nice creams, so I can help
Oh,
you out
nice.
with that.
Thanks.
Another thing that you should know, you have not only a home in the Voca, but also a job. To bring you back from the first time you died, I made a promise to the Farwalker to have a temple for him in our humble village, and thus you would be the priest, the leader of the faith. What do you think about
Oh.
that?
I mean, wow, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I would really like that. Um, Thanks, Eleanor. That's means a lot.
Well, I'm glad, and it also is a responsibility. For some reason, I feel like you're even more competent right now than you were a couple days ago. Don't know why exactly, but I'm quite confident that you will be able to lead our people in matters of faith quite successfully.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, it seems like the rain is here to stay, so that's
you
my
might
cue
wanna-
to leave.
Yeah, it might mess with your hair. I'm gonna
Yes.
stay out for a bit more, but thanks for everything, honestly.
As you retire, Eleanor, to your room. Like, you stay in the rain for feels like hours. Feels great though. Just the sea. It's just what it's meant to be. You look around the ship and it's quiet apart from you up here. And the steps towards the wheel, the helm of the ship. You hear footsteps coming down as water forms to legs, to a full body, to a person. And then forms to look, the water kind of solidifies to be a full visage of a person. A star elf being, not dissimilar to that of the Dawn Watcher, but more long blue hair, very graceful, kind of just like open, like robe kind of thing, very loose, very aesthetic pirate. No hat, just long blue hair. I knew of your existence, but you weren't quite far to get my attention.
Do I recognize this being?
You recognize the energy as that of the Farwalker.
Hi?
Did you give yourself a name?
Yeah, I'm Liber.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Liber. I'm the
It's
Farwalker.
Yeah, it's an honor to meet you.
I've met you before, but I suppose it is an honor.
Yeah.
Even though you look slightly different. More legs and arms than what I originally knew you as.
And I'm green now.
Were you not green when you first came to being?
No, I was a half-elf.
Huh. I'm sure there's a story behind that.
Yeah.
My father sent you over with me when I was fleeing. You and a weapon from one of my siblings. Not well. He still is. I hope he's okay. Expertly made weapon. The Arkham gave me
I've-
an ammo. You were from my father. My mother provided with something else, but that's not necessary to talk about. I have so many questions about where you've been and why you've been. I was told you would manifest when I would need you. Though I did not know I needed anything right now.
Yeah. Like, I got the trident out.
I wasn't expecting anyone to do that. I believe there's another one of you. Similar.
Yeah. Mavris.
They've named themselves Mavris. Very well. I didn't realize that. They were up and about as well. You've been very busy, I assume. It makes sense finding you on the water. Made it very easy. I feel like you're doing something important. An awful lot of tension on this ship from what I've seen.
Yeah. We're on our way to go kill a banished archfey?
I come here with the intent of taking you.
I think I'd prefer to find my own way to you.
Feels like you're doing something important with your time. As I said, I didn't realize I needed anything right now. Find me after, would you?
Of course. We're building a temple in your name.
Yes,
Small town,
yes.
Lavoka.
When you died, I did hear the prayer of your friend. It was nice. A little aid in your changing of appearance.
Mom and Dad say they love you.
The Dawn Watcher and the Matroness will send me an artifact of one of the prime deities of the ocean, much like myself. And the message they send along with it is not how to use it or what I should be doing, but that they love me.
Parents for you. I think. I don't know.
Couldn't have been like it. I suppose it's insensitive to ask, does a manual come with a manual, but I won't ask that.
That should have been my name. Emmanuel.
That would have been more clever, maybe.
Whoa.
welcome,
Hindsight
fuckers.
2020.
Liber. I don't know what you're doing. I hear you talking about an archfey and your friends. You're all very interesting. I really should not stay too long. I don't know if the sickness would affect you too.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
I have taken
Well.
human form to try and mitigate anything like that, but
Sorry. I'll come find you.
he kind of just looks to the storm. Bad conditions, really. Waves a hand and you see the rain start to slow down, and like raindrops himself, he just water in the wind.
I'll poke my head down below decks and be like, Eleanor, you wanted me to fix the weather?
Yeah?
and just like
Did you
leave
figure
at
it
that.
out?
Nope. But you don't hear the
Is that-
rain anymore.
Well, I assume that's your work. Good job. And I'll stay where I am.
Libra's like, all me. Dragon steel, all me.
Libra's just sort of just kind of in a bit of a funk as he's been for the last probably week.
Keep soul powers on hand at all times. Don't forget the 4-foot Biden in the bathroom.
Not the
Oh, no.
Biden.
I mean, Biden's doing better than the last one, you know?
Okay, let's move on.
America.
So, as we will head down, this week of travel with the help of the Farwalk goes very easily after that one rough day of travel. Next week comes by, people dine down. I feel like it's only fair to give the other half of the group for Libra and Braska a dinner with the captain if they so wish it.
Hey.
I will.
Let's
Does
see if they
Braska?
ask Eleanor to come along.
Braska's not a willing person to go sit down at a table.
You will get invited.
Oh, please roleplay the invitation. I'd love to see how it goes. Was Braska gonna dodge
Braska, as
it?
you're carving through the ship, the familiar raven folk that you've seen eyeing you from around the ship.
Excuse you. Braska's not carving the ship. He is carving a very intricate frame for this wooden piece to give to Lipa. Okay, this is a very specific gift.
What was once pieces of the ship.
Thank you.
We notice you have not made your way up to the captain's deck for dinner yet, so we thought we would reach out a hand and invite you to.
Your hand's not reaching. Should I grab your hand?
I'd rather you didn't. It is a metaphorical
Oh.
hand.
Oh, so I didn't realize I was supposed to. That's something people usually do.
Well, all of you were invited, but no more than 3 or 4 at a time. We've had a few people come up, but you've been doing this. Yeah.
Pretty cool, isn't it? I like that
Yes.
one. That's a squirrel.
You have come quite the way in these few weeks.
Yeah, I'm used to usually carving these little things. See, this one's me. I don't really have anyone else because I gave them to the rest of them.
Do me a favor. If you carve anything and water starts coming into the ship, let us know.
What if it's a part of the design? What if I did a waterfall and the water was part of the design?
You can only do that on the sand ships.
Oh, okay, gotcha. How do I get the water in there then?
It is BYOW. Bring your own water.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you guys have a bucket I could borrow?
I have several.
I will need a bucket before I leave.
We can arrange that. Do you want to come to dinner?
Sure. Just sticks his knife in the wall.
Okay.
That's fine there, yeah. You can just leave that, right?
Water starts going.
Nah, man, the fucking carpenter's gonna find it and hide it.
He will hide it in Braska's fucking chest at this point.
It's okay, you can fix that.
Braska has a chest.
I can, but will I?
Fair. I can fix it too. But only once a day.
Where you get approached by some raven folk. You were invited to dinner with the captain tonight.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you very much. I
So
will
much easier.
accept. Easier than what?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. One question.
Yes.
I didn't know that Kanku could be so eloquent.
I am not a Kenku.
Wrong world.
Do not know what a Kenku exactly is. I am Ravenfolk.
Oh, are there raven folk in Durapadon? I can't remember.
There is Kenku in Durapadon, Ravenfolk in Quenthian.
Yeah, that's it. Raven folk. Okay. Sorry. I'm not really from here. Apologies if that was offensive.
I don't know what a Kenku is, so I'm not sure I can be offended.
Fair enough. Long story. I may tell you one day.
So that's yes to dinner.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank
It
you.
wasn't so easy after all.
Torrance Rise goes and asks, next up on the list, Harabel and Zanvin to come.
Hell yeah.
So you guys get there for the night. It is very, the captain's just like, how's the ship been treating you?
Great. I've made many a different picture in the walls.
We've seen that.
Did you
They're
like
very
them?
pretty.
I was really proud of the tree at the very back.
I think that is probably the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Library, I made you a gift. It's sort of like half complete, but I could finish it here, but I feel like I'm just gonna do it. It sounds confident. Everyone.
Just with what, a steak knife or something?
Yeah. This guy's one of the knives near him, starts carving up.
Okay.
Sure. So, how's your trip going for everybody?
I mean, I think it's going well.
How did your big
Met a
magic ritual
god.
go?
He died.
Good.
Just shows in the picture.
Yeah. I apparently died, but now I've got, a new half trident. And I, because of that, I spoke to a god yesterday, so that was fun.
Okay. We all pray all the time, understandable.
No. Like, he stopped the rain.
Beg your what?
I've found with this group to not really question a lot of things. It's much easier that way, mostly because I don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with you there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it means excellent.
None of them were wearing Firewalker iconography
No.
at all.
No.
Don't think so.
Not that you see.
Cool.
It wouldn't be completely unusual for the captain to have one on hand, like a shrine or something, but
Yeah. I mean, the Firewalker kind of... I don't know whether he blessed the voyage, but he certainly said goodbye, rain.
tell him thank you next time you see him.
Oh yeah, I should have done that. Never mind.
Can I get you anything for the rest of your journey? Is there anything that needs to be done?
Let me get back to you on that.
I mean, if you've got any more knives, I kind of broke the tip on this one.
Just hand him mine.
I'll thank you later. It's almost done. It should be ready in
That's okay.
I'll let you know.
That's alright.
Well, please eat and enjoy your meal. And if you guys have any questions for the captain, you can ask them as you would.
I don't think so. Probably just chatting with, like, Harabel and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, they have a lot of
Okay,
questions
he's
for
fine.
Zanvin.
Rask will make his way through about 3 or 4 different knives before he finishes and gives it to Lever.
Easily done. As your night comes
So
to a close, we'll head into the next week of travel for the second week. 2 or 3. The next night you see that on the top deck there has been a very nice set out table, and on that night the captain is having dinner with Svindra. He is making his rounds with everybody.
Yes.
Aww.
I'm so happy.
What a good fucking captain.
Captain's my
Does she
favorite.
hold little silverware in her
No, it's more like they butchered one of the goats and laid it on the table, and she's like wrapping it and speaking and like dissolving it.
Aw, that's so nice.
Is the
What a
captain
friend.
still eating his own dinner?
He's drinking more than he is eating.
I would like to be present and keep them company.
You can do so. You can self-invite. Would anyone like to do anything on the next week of travel, or we can start speeding things up to Sathasa? Or has an awkward conversation she needs to do with Harabat at some point.
And I have
Yes.
another one that I need to do with Lynn.
Well, this is a good question. In next session, is it all
Yeah.
combat or do we have some downtime to talk?
Well, we're going to get to Sathasa by the end of this one. And
Mhm.
Right.
you were going... I don't want to give the breakdown of sessions too much, but I'm allowing it is this session we will get to Sathasa at the end. So whatever roleplay you want to get done, and we won't really spend much time in Sathasa. I want any purchasing you guys want to do, we'll probably do off camera, where you just give me a list of what you want to do. I'll tell you if it's available. And the next session you're going to get the sand ship to the ruins. If I can remember my own names of things, that would be brilliant. I have a handout for it.
Right, but on the sand ship, we will have a little bit of downtime, right?
Do you want us to do the role playing now or next
I would
session?
rather get all this role playing done now, because you pretty much the start of next session we will be like maybe at most the first hour getting towards the ruins, and then as was I think I heard someone mention on our break, I have a little bit of a dungeon crawl planned. So yeah, you're gonna have to make your way to Tarkin. So you're not gonna fight, long rest Tarkin. It's gonna be get your way there, Tarkin. You can get some short rests, but you'll have to decide what you're using and when you're using it.
Does anyone else have any kind of conversations they'd like to have? Because I feel like I've kind of monopolized stuff a bit today.
I have one left because I think I talked with everyone except Vel, so I'm gonna. That's the last one I have.
Is this confession time?
Oh, yeah.
You wish.
That'll come like
but that's
break
not-
down.
That's season
because
2.
of
That's
the
season
ghost.
2. Sorry.
If you promise that all of us live, it will be a confession time.
That's almost worth it, my guy. Just saying.
I
For
mean,
you
you
guys.
can.
Liber can make it romantic and like slightly misty rain.
So, do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'll go across everyone in the group. So, hands up if you have any conversations you want to get done before the end of the session.
I mean, I was going to talk to Eleanor, but she's.
So
doing
you
it
guys
as
can
well,
do
so-
that one together. We can just get straight to
Yeah.
that then.
2 people can
Oh.
talk.
Imagine that.
Hey,
Who would have thought?
come on. Des is a person. He just is also a lot of people.
Yeah, sure.
Look, multiple personalities. That's an issue.
It's different.
This is where you guys start having a conversation.
Right, so
Okay.
no one else. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop being romantic. God damn.
All right.
I'm ready.
Because of that, it's deliberately not going to be just me completely hostile to one another and just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
Eleanor.
No,
good,
we're
yeah,
just talking finances for the town, and that's it.
Yeah.
Shut
So
up.
where's the budget going to go for the defense? Well, that's it.
Mhm. Right. Well, I will definitely try to find Vel. What would you be doing at the time?
It depends, like at nighttime-ish or sort of during the day.
During the day, probably.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't imagine she'd be doing much. Maybe probably a bit bored, just wandering around on the ship. Like the novelty of being on the ship's worn off after like the first week or so, and now it's just
Yeah.
trying to occupy the time.
Right. Vel, hello. How are you today?
I don't know. I mean, not too bad. The weather's better at least.
Right. I saw. I don't know if that was a figment of my imagination, but I did see your brother a couple times.
Unfortunately, that is him. That is not your imagination. He is quite sneaky, it seems. And he managed to get on board without any of us realizing.
That he is. That he is. Well, I'm not sure this warrants a question, but how do you feel about this whole situation?
I mean, as I told him, if he had asked me, I would have said no.
Understandable.
But it is too late to turn back, and I am afraid it would be quite impossible for me to try and stop him from coming with us at this stage, so I guess I'll have to try my best to make sure he stays alive. Once again.
Right. Give me a
Yes.
moment.
The cat screaming again.
Gotta shout at my cat because
Yeah.
she's annoying. She even ate already. I don't know what's a beef.
She just hates D&D.
It wasn't beef. That's the problem.
Oh, that's the thing. Right. Well, this is an awkward conversation, but I think we should have it. Of course, I plan to survive this, and I hope that you will as well. I'll do all I can to assure that.
I hope so, very much.
Right. But in case that doesn't happen, I suppose you would want someone to look after your brother.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, he is an adult. don't really think he would appreciate being looked after as such. But making sure he stays away from, well, the cult, I guess, if it survives, or anyone else that he knows.
Right. Well, as long as I am a governor in Lavoka, no tiefling will have any problems connected to who they are, especially not your brother. So, if fate is such that you will not be coming back with us, rest assured I will do everything I can to make him a comfortable home there.
Thank you, Eleanor. For what
Right.
it's worth, I was hoping to move, well, him at least, and maybe my grandparents to Lavoka. Set them up there. It was one of the things I liked about it. I realized during the festival, and it was peaceful. No one really cared about who anyone was, just carrying on as normal.
Right. That reminds me of the time of the festival. Everything was much simpler then.
It was before we knew exactly what we were dealing with, heading to the other side of the world to fight an exiled archfey for the second time.
Yes. Hopefully for the last.
Hopefully for the last time, although from the sounds of things, Aura might be, or Lynn, might be on the way to fight another archfey in the future, but who knows? I did want to ask you, Aura, Eleanor.
Yes, of course.
That fucking face this. I did want to ask, if the worst happened to you in this upcoming fight, what were your wishes for afterwards?
Yes,
Especially. Sorry.
No, it's all right. You kind of read my mind there. I was about to ask you for something quite big. So, of course, you can't do anything for Flora. I'm not sure anyone will be able to get her out of there if I'm gone. I can only hope that wherever Carl is, he will be able to look out for her. But at least she will have some sort of relatives left. Gravis, on the other hand, would be completely alone. And to be honest, even if I do return, I would really value your input and help with him, because, well, I'm not a tiefling. I can't expect to know every of his wants and needs when they arise. So, one thing that would bring me peace of mind is knowing that people who I leave are not alone and that they will be loved. It's a huge request, I know that. But you're the only person I would trust with his life and with his fate.
It is a big request, but it is you asking it. So, of course, I will make sure that those people are safe at the very least. I don't know what type of mother I would be, but I can assure you I would try my best. And if there is anything that I am ever able to do for Flora, in that case, I will. And you have my word on that.
Thank you, darling. It means more than you can imagine. And don't never, at least in my presence, sell yourself short. I will not allow that, because you're one of the best people I've ever met. And if anyone deserves to be looked up to for a young tiefling like Gravis, it would be you. So,
Thank you.
whatever happens, thank you for being on this journey with me.
Of course. But, of course, I am sure that we will make it on the journey back.
Well, of course we do. We're very
This is all
powerful.
very slim possibilities that probably won't happen. But I'm sure we will be back on this ship in a couple of weeks, maybe, talking about how we defeat the dragon.
That's the plan.
But thank you. It's nice to know that I mean, I never thought you didn't appreciate me or anything, but it's nice to hear that from someone.
Well, darling, I was quite vocal about what I think about you so far, so nothing will change. And I will leave.
Yeah. Just the reactions for the whole time is beautiful. Also, Daria, your cat just fucking flying off the couch.
She's being now she got
literally just jumped off.
yeah, she's being a crackhead even after dinner. I don't know what's her deal today.
And you
Sounds like
sometimes you
second
just
dinner
gotta go
issues.
feral.
Yeah. Sometimes right when we have emotional sessions, you
Yeah.
just gotta.
You're just gonna jump.
As Eleanor and Vel leave us wanting more, or you had some conversations you wanted to get done.
Always. That's the key.
The only reason I'm doing season 2 and 3 for this this campaign.
Big brain.
Well, you better make sure we live. You better make sure we
Yes.
live.
Yes.
If you guys die, it's not happening.
You gotta give the fans what they want.
And by fans,
I mean
she
me.
means herself, yeah.
I mean me. I am the fan. I'm gonna talk to Lynn first.
All right.
Where do I find Lynn?
So you find Lynn in his room again. He's doing the same thing. He is going through, like, almost, you get the feeling every night he's going through this. He is counting everything. He is going over every situation in his head.
This time, I kind of lean against the door frame and knock on like the wall beside it.
Come in.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm gonna call him Zanwin, and that's not right. Zanvin?
Zanvan.
Zanvin.
Zanvin.
Zan the Van. Okay. Sorry, that's how I remember things. I talked with Zanvin some the other night.
Seems like a competent chap.
No, he's wonderful. And I think out of all of us, he probably has the closest relationship with the Moonlit King. And I asked him for some advice. Because me and you clearly are at a bit of an impasse up to this point.
Really don't want to get into this again.
I know you just... Will you hear me out for a minute?
What was yours?
I was thinking more with my heart and less with my head when we were talking. Because I've been scared. And I've got a lot of things. And I'm really afraid that I'm gonna have to pick between two of my families in the future. And so I wanted to ask him what he thinks about the whole situation between the abilities of the Moonlit King. And I misunderstood the power, where the power of the court comes from. So probably because I had lived my whole life there and I never took the time to realize. I thought that the majority of the power of the court came from its leaders. That when they left, that power went with them. But I realize now that it's more of a symbiotic relationship that amplifies one another. And after talking with Sanbin, that given the amount of preparation that you put into your fights, that it is possible that you would have been able to match the Moonlit King, like you say that you have. The only power of the Archfey I've ever known is the power of a queen within her court. And I believe that that was the power that she held on her own, regardless of where she was. And I thought that that was the power that you had fixed. And I wanted to apologize for trying to get you to be open-minded while being just as close-minded as you were.
May I speak?
Of course.
You don't need to apologize. We come from different worlds, we know different things. I didn't fight the Moonlit King in his court. He did not have one. He was in an abandoned area. I spent weeks getting the drop on. albeit he is most archfays have immunities to poisons, I was able to coat my weapons with enough stuff and ichors and such that with a very quick drop on him, with many mutagens, and enough preparations via scrolls and potions, I was able to take him out. It was an intense fight that I put my life on the line for. And I will admit, I am a man of many prides, and you trying to belittle that, I was not going to budge on. Maybe letting him live was a bit of a mistake, but I see him as a necessary evil towards where I'm going. I do not claim that in my current state I could have killed your queen on her throne. That's why it was always the plan to get the Moonlit King on it, so I could get her out of the court, so I could take her out outside like I would have done the Moonlit King. Thank you for everything. I appreciate your efforts to find more information on this all. I'm not saying it was easy taking out the Moonlit King. It was exceptionally difficult. It cost me an awful lot of money to get even the right components to be prepared for it. I had to prepare various things to make sure he could not cast spells. I had to find the right time to get the drop on him. I had to pay a caster to even get me into the Feywild and to get me out. But I am capable of these things.
I didn't doubt the capabilities that you have now. And given all that you've said about fighting the Moonlit King and the weakened state of an archfey outside of their court, I do believe that you were able to fight and overcome him, especially given the intense amount of preparation and planning that you've prone to. The reason why I had so many doubts was because I thought he had the power that a court gives at all times. And after seeing what he did to my friend, and forgetting that I had cast or moved curse on you, so if he had modified your memories at all, that those would have been lifted at the time, I thought that the situation was slightly different than it was. I didn't have enough information to be able to make a more accurate decision. But if there's one thing that I do, it's always trying to understand a situation with as much information as possible. I try not to make choices just based off of the first thing I see. And what I knew was over a lifetime and for weeks, and I never thought that the court provided as much power as it did. Because I had never seen what an archfey was capable of outside of their court. And then all I had to go off of was what happened with Viper, and I thought that it was the same amount of power.
It's alright. It's understandable. I don't trust the Moonlit King with my full intent, but I've bested him before. I know his true name to the best of my knowledge, and has always worked, so I have no reason to not believe it. He was on death's door when it all happened. As I said with Tarkin, it's only because I did not have preparation and time to get ready. The court gives many magics and many allies, many people to watch you as you sleep. When you're alone, things are more dangerous, both for me and them. That's how it is.
I just didn't want you to think that I doubted you as an individual. And we're both really stubborn.
You you've probably got some of the more frustrating traits of all your parents and your family. You're definitely part of the family.
I'm glad that the ritual thing is something that you have as much faith in as you do. Because without it, I don't know if you would have been able to trust me. And I'm happy that you're mindful and that you're in my life.
Happy you're in my life too. And I want to be in your life for a long time. And perhaps when it comes time to deal with the Queen, there will be a conversation between us that will fix everything. Albeit I doubt it, but I am open to try. For you.
All I've ever asked. And one of those. Huh?
I'm glad to do it.
And I'm gonna like rush and give him a hug. I don't know what to say after that. So I'm gonna give him a big hug and tell him thank you. And then I'm gonna go talk to Haribel so I don't take up any more time.
So as you're not talking to her about Vijay, thanks for gifting 2 subs to the channel. That's great. Awkward conversation.
Yay.
Didn't want to interrupt the beautiful awkwardness that was happening. And
Yay!
hello, High Tech Potato. We're doing really good. How are you today?
Hi! Oh, the most technologically advanced potato.
So, you got to find Haribel. I am excited to see how awkward this is.
This is gonna be even more awkward than the last one.
So, you go find Haribel, who is sitting on the bed beside where Lynn was doing all of that.
Oh, in the same room?
Yeah, they're sharing a room.
I forgot he was in the room.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
gonna
just there,
ask
like
her-
hugging his knees, just like didn't know what to do.
I didn't realize you were sitting there, Haribel. Hi, can I talk to you, Odette? Or like, or something?
Sure.
Thanks.
Glad things worked out for you, Lynn. Finger guns backwards out of the room.
God, you were delightfully awkward.
Thank you.
If there's like not a bunch of people on deck or something,
No,
or like
there is Eleanor and Spindra and the captain eating.
I'm gonna see that, turn around, and go to the tent.
Right. In the tent, there is Zanvin.
I'm gonna continue to my room and say, "Don't make this weird. I just want a little bit of privacy."
Hey, everyone. As he walks in, he's just like,
And Aura's gonna like weirdly sit like crisscross on the desk. It's in the bedroom.
Aura, did you put the sock on the
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're having a conversation with Vel right now.
So-
God damn it.
you wanted to see me?
Yeah, so like, we're getting close to Sathasa, and like, we might die soon, and like, I just, was made aware of something, and I just wanted to have a conversation with you. Is that okay?
Sure.
You know I like you, right?
Should you? Everyone. You like
No, you know, like, I like you. Specifically.
Oh. Like,
And I don't know if you feel the same way or not, but I thought that you did, and then I realized that assuming that I'm really perceptive, and emotions tend to cloud that, and I'm not used to not being perceptive about something, and I'm sorry to spring this on you, but I just, since we might die, and I just wanted you to know how I feel.
I'm not really good at picking up signals from most people. Ever. Or anything. Or picking up anything, full stop. Hands or emotions. I thought you were just like 90% sure you're gonna hit me. You're like a brother to me on the very next day, every day. But I like you too.
You too. So when you
You're
asked
for
me to
everybody
dinner,
else.
it wasn't just like a weird, awkward, like friend dinner thing.
Well, I'm a weird, awkward friend kind of person, but no, I meant it as more.
Now you have to live.
And she like rushes over to you, hugs him.
Get it. 1 second.
No!
Straight
that a roll for a
gone.
boner?
Knocked over off his feet.
Wait. No, I didn't like tackle him
You
because
said
I
you'd rush
understand.
over and hug him. He was taking a shock.
God damn it. That's even more awkward. I'm gonna. She would scramble backwards and then try
Yeah.
to help him up.
Sorry.
One bludgeoning damage.
I wasn't
I'm
expecting.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm
Gonna push himself off, fix this shit.
I like to hug.
That's okay. A little bit of warning.
Okay.
There you hugs very awkwardly.
I didn't mean for this to be as awkward as it is. I've never liked someone like this, and you're like the first person I've liked, and like now we're gonna all go off to like fight and maybe die, and I realized that I didn't want to possibly die without telling you how I felt.
I'm really glad you did.
I don't know what to say now.
Neither do I never thought I'd get this far.
Also, you know that Lynn has been kind of standoffish because he knows that I like you, and he's trying to protect me and wants to make sure that you're a good person, right?
Oh, that makes so much sense. I did not
Yeah.
pick up on that.
Yeah, so that's why he's been kind of rude to you and been very intimidating, because he wants you to know that if you hurt me, that he's going to try to hurt you. I assume.
Yeah, that makes sense now. That really
Yeah,
tracks.
that's why he was like, "Hey, you're rooming with me."
But he just wanted to get to know me better. He's asked a lot of questions.
He wants that too. He does want to get to know you. It's just that a good part of it is because he wants to make sure that you are a good person for me to like.
Okay. Well. Should I ask him if it's okay if we, dated?
I mean, personally, I don't think you need his permission at all. For one reason, because technically you guys have both basically been in my life for the same amount of time. But also
don't-
I am my own person. But like,
Okay.
if you want to, I wouldn't. It might be a good idea for you.
If
You'd
it was to
probably
make
appreciate it.
him happy, which would make you happy, that would make me happy. So if everyone's happy and it's the easiest thing to do, perhaps.
Is it okay if I eavesdrop on that conversation? Because I'm really nosy, and I want to know how he actually feels about you, because he won't be honest with me about it.
By all means, you can. I don't have any issue with that.
Did you just roll?
No, I was just moving my phone because I didn't want the microphone to pick it up.
Okay. I was gonna be like, wait a second, is he trying to be deceptive? Hello? No.
DM screened.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, or it does have invisibility, thank you.
The best time to use it, yes.
I
Come on.
I
He makes
100%
his-
used it.
He makes his way towards to Lynn.
I'm 100% and casting invisibility on myself inside of the tent because I know how me being sneaky in the past is gone.
So he goes to Lynn. Wait, is the tent concentration?
No, because you
I think
fall
so,
asleep
because-
and it stays up. So it wouldn't be.
I just thought that'd be hilarious. Everyone just got shunted out because Aura went invisible.
Everybody's like, yeah! I need 30 minutes.
So he goes to Lynn. He asks, and Lynn goes, "Thank you for asking my permission. It's not something I can give a blessing on. It's not my choice, but I thank you for respecting me enough to do so. She's her own person. She can make her own decisions." Give me a stealth check with advantage because you still have footsteps.
But the sheep creaks, right? It's just.
Yeah,
Stop it.
yeah. That's why it's advantage.
It does creak.
Okay, wait, what's my dex is 0.
If the ship is a
Wait,
creaking, you know we are freaking.
Stop. What?
Well, some of us are freaking. Also,
I-
Aura has been on this plane of existence for like 4 months, and she already backed herself a boyfriend. What a champion!
Yeah, I know. Look at her go.
Chad Aura.
Yeah, Aura is the Chad. We're all idiots out here.
Hey, I'm not the one who fucks though. And I got a 19,
Lila's
by the
been on
way.
here for.
You got a
Lila's been
19?
here for less.
I got a
Lila's been here for
19.
less, and he's already going off.
I rolled a
So as
19
you-
and a 14.
As he's talking to Arabelle. I recognize the footsteps.
No, you don't.
As he just running away.
No, I'm not running away.
Oh,
I poke my head in and I'm like,
you're invisible.
Hi.
You can't see that. You
oh
can't
no,
see
I
me.
dropped it. The second I got caught.
I just wanted to know how you actually feel because you haven't been honest with me.
I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Okay, you haven't been as straightforward as I wanted.
No, I haven't been as straightforward as you want, but I've never lied to you.
No, but I was hoping that you'd be more straightforward with him, and then I could get a more accurate reading of how you actually feel because you weren't being straightforward with me.
Are you satisfied?
I don't know because you knew I was here the whole time.
No, I'm sneaky like that.
Unfortunately.
You know what the really smart move would have been? Just ask Arabelle to tell you afterwards and not have shown up at all.
I'm gonna flick him on the back of the head.
He doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah, I figured. And I'm just gonna go stand by her and be like, so.
This is the upfront part.
What are you doing here?
This is the upfront part.
I don't get it. What do you want me to do?
Are you talking as Haribel or as Lynn right now?
Arabelle.
I'm talking to Lynn.
Oh, okay. I don't mind the boy. I said I've been talking to him. I've gotten to know him quite well. He's fortunately very similar to you.
Did he just say fortunately or unfortunately?
He mumbled, you don't know which one.
Even with-
Yes is the answer to that question.
Okay. Then I would ask a character, do you mean fortunately or unfortunately?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Why?
You're both very talented. I've talked to this chap a while. You have similar backgrounds. He wasn't traded to any Fae, but he also doesn't know his parents. You've got a fair bit in common.
I look over to Haribel. I'm like,
He probably knows more about you than I do.
Probably. He's asked me a lot of very deeply personal questions.
You know you don't have to answer questions when people tell you if you're not comfortable with it, right?
I don't mind.
yeah, I'm gonna give both of them a hug and then I'm just gonna go to bed. And I'm going to scream into my pillow for a while about how awkward the entire night was.
Eleanor, you walk in, or is just screaming at her pillow.
Oh, that's normal. Teenagers, and I go through.
You go back into the common room and just chat with people.
As you get closer and closer towards Savasa, would anyone like to do anything before the trip comes to completion?
Liba's just fucking around with his water powers now. Just like spending the days like just, you know, control water to just make like big water spouts and, you know, using like frost razor to just make this like little circular disc of like ice daggers stick out of the
Rocked up.
ocean and shit like that. Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty nasty. Oh, it's very bad. Frost
And-
razors.
Eleanor would just spend a few sendings to Gravis and to Flora to like hang out with them.
Okay.
Vel would probably spend some time, you know, with the ship's cook, just like learning a few of the recipes after that dinner.
You are
just-
better than the ship's cook.
Oh, wait. Eleanor, I'm sorry, my brain has been fucked up after the emotional thing I just had. Why did you want me to ask the queen about?
Huh? What?
What did you want me
You
to
wanted to ask the
about
queen
earlier?
to do with
Well,
Moonlit King shit.
yeah, we just wanted to like make sure that she's actually like engaged with him, and he will not come over and say, "You're fucking up my buddy talking." Think not. Like
Cool.
that's all.
Can I do that super quick?
Yeah.
At some point. Okay, sorry. It sounded like you were wrapping up, and I realized, oh god, wait a second, I have a
We've
thing.
got about 20 minutes before we fully wrap up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sending. Last minute, haven't thought about it.
Blah blah blah.
Approaching Sithasa. Wanted to confirm Moonlit King.
He's occupied.
Is occupied. Hopefully, he can't join the Darka party once we get there. How are things with you?
Oh, Aura, going well enough. I don't imagine he'll get off the throne. To leave, it would be too big of an opening. He's not the biggest ally with Tarkan, I imagine.
I'm gonna let Eleanor know those things.
I forgot to make room for a thank you. Shit. Thank you.
No one hears anything.
No, I was telling you thank you, not in character.
I thought you said remember thank you in the sending. I was like, no, it doesn't get through.
No.
So,
Thank you, Des. Nope.
as people gather their bits, with being but a few days travel from Sithasa, even though it is the middle of winter, it's getting warm, even though it is winter. Would anyone like to do anything? This is your last sort of big chance to roleplay and hang out with some of these NPCs before we get to more dungeon crawly stuff towards the end. And we'll have an epilogue, so you'll be able to talk to people then, but before the final fight, big roleplay moments.
Well, just to make sure, throughout these weeks we did give Zaleria, no, not Zeris a confidence boost, right? She
Yes,
wanted to like
you did.
spar with peeps, yeah.
Yeah, I've been working with Haribo and Sirtis.
Well, you've been giving them the adventurous crash course of just...
Yeah, and Vel's been there
me
chipping in with like training.
Okay.
No, they need it.
I've been letting the headmistress study the trident and explaining, just talking her through what I'm feeling, like the connection with the trident and abilities I have and stuff.
Okay. For the nights, I'd also like to just like hang out with Spindra a bit because she likes magic and just show her like magic-y things they can do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And, like,
the wizards and sorcerers start taking turns of like going and showing different spells.
Since she likes magic, I thought it would be something nice, especially since she was willing to literally leave everything she's ever known to come to somewhere that's not her environment.
We put on a magic show, pull a rabbit out of a hat. Wait, what?
I don't prestidigitate that.
I'll go around the table, I suppose, as you sing the stage. Vel, would you like to speak to anyone towards the end?
Look, no full conversations that I feel like need to be had. Like, should obviously be spending time with like Zeracos and stuff, but there's nothing really that I need to talk out or have like a full conversation for.
Roscoe, is there anyone you'd like to talk to? Anything you specifically like to leave on this boat?
Other than the entire boat that I've fucking destroyed.
You've been doing your best.
It's gonna look fucking sick.
It's like you see these big driftwood carvings, but it's a fucking boat inside. And
yeah.
That sounds really cool, though.
Roscoe would like to find the captain.
All right. He is at the helm for the time you want to find him.
Right, so Roscoe sort of walks up and So he looks around, looks for a place to sit so he can be cool, but he's not really good at being cool. So he sort of leans awkwardly against the side of the boat.
Braska, what can I do for you?
Hi. I wanted to thank you for putting up with that. He just points to all the fucking mess he's made.
I think some of my shipwrights and carpenters may want to adamantly kill you for this work, but I think it's actually quite adds character.
It was something calming for me. I'm not really used to being on a boat, and carving things keeps me calm, so I sort of carved your boat.
Well, I like your work. Tell you what, this way make everything a bit happier on the trip back. I'll get a big hunk of timber in Sathasa, and how about I pay you 50 gold to make me a nice mural of your final battle on the way back?
Sounds like a fun challenge.
If you're up for it.
I don't know if you really need it, but I have this thing that I probably won't be using. It was imbued by a god, I think. It was some tiefling man I've met in a weird tavern. I wanted you to have it.
Sure, I suppose I can take it off your hands. I'm always down for cool magic stuff.
I've got this other sword now. It's kind of broken, but I think I need to find the other piece, and I don't really need the rapier anymore.
Well, I will make a fancy captain with a fancy sword then. Thank you.
Make sure you don't lose it. I did once.
I'll do a shy good job of not losing it.
You do better than me, then, I'm sure.
Probably. Thank you for not doing any permanent damage to the integrity of my ship.
Just the integrity of
don't
the
look at the ladder.
I won't.
The guy up in the process has just been stuck there for days.
So, as all of you realize this time, Valk has made a gremlin nest in the crow's nest. No one else has tried to get up there since he's been throwing shit at them as they tried.
There.
And I don't mean objects.
You didn't have to be that specific.
He's an actual monkey.
He's the new ship monkey. Powder monkey.
Thank you,
Monkeys
Braska.
are scary.
It's
You're welcome.
been a pleasure to have you aboard the ship. You're a very well-mannered guest, and you're very respectful to my crew, and that's more than I can say for some people I've had on this ship before.
If we're talking about Lima, you can tell me.
I was not talking about Liver, but I will keep that in mind the next time he's on this ship.
I mean, he did kind of die on your ship, but like that seems like a really rude thing to do to me.
Look, you know,
Yeah.
that's a solid 4 times people have died on this ship. I know a guy that would be really happy about that.
Is that the betting thing you guys are doing? Could I place a bet?
I'm sure you could. What would you like to bet on?
I have this platinum piece. I'll bet it on me coming back.
I'll take that bet.
Aw.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though. He takes out a platinum piece and hands it to you. You just hold on to that, because I feel like I'll lose this bet.
What a friend.
Russell looks at it, it's like, he's like, tries to think of what people have done previously. He goes to bite the coins, like, no, that's not right. Puts it in his pocket.
I thought he was just going to swallow it. I'm like, no.
It's just,
Someone get the bucket.
just doesn't think it's a coin and just fucking like it's a biscuit. Oh.
Oh. Should I ever be of help to you, or if ever you need the greedy storm again, we're going to be waiting in dock for you guys for at least a few weeks. Because Sarah really didn't want us to just abandon you. I've got a bit of business there. Other than that, you're a pleasure.
Well, I'll see you when I get back.
Piper, is there anything else you'd like to do on the remainder of this trip?
Probably during like one of the calmer days where the ship's not moving as fast, he'd probably like jump into the water again and see if Mavris wants to have a chat at all, if there's any
So-
connection there.
Just tie yourself to the
cast
end
a
of the
spell?
boat.
Because you'll have to somehow
Yeah,
guarantee
I'll-
a surge to do this.
Well, the next spell you cast is a surge anyways, so.
Yeah. Well, no, he slept.
Uh,
It happened last time
I've
because he
slept
surged.
Oh, I thought it was Okay,
So
sorry.
you could try and do if you were to try and replicate the situation, you'd have to try and induce a
Spell
surge.
slot. Yep, let's go.
So you Tides of Chaos to get a spell slot to guarantee a surge.
Sure.
All right, so
Oof.
you jump into the water. No need of rolling a d100 as you splash forward into the water and take a few steps forward. As you see, again, just looking at the hands, not in front of a mirror this time. Well, I know who this is.
Can I talk?
You can.
Or like in this form? Okay.
You can talk to her via a mental connection. That's things with the water.
Okay. Yeah. Hey again.
We have to stop meeting like this.
I mean, we do. I just thought I'd let you know that it is possible to remove the trident shard from your body.
Oh,
Yeah, I did it. I may have died, but I got better, evidently.
sorry. I beg your what?
Yeah. Arcane surgery? Question mark? Yeah,
And is
I
it
died,
worth
but
it?
then. I mean, yeah. I've got like water-based spells,
Okay.
and I feel stronger.
And how do I go about doing this?
Well, I spoke to Headmistress Usan Dima from the College of Storms in Rindleton. Yeah.
I suppose I could always send a letter. I'll need
Could
a
be
card
worth it.
if I die. But I'll get a shot of
Yeah.
the trident. Wacky idea. What if we both got a shot of the trident, reunited them? What would happen then?
Don't really know. Probably something cool. Actually, speaking of something cool, I spoke to the Farwalker.
That's news. Nice
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah, really nice. Found out who, what you are? Because there's questions about your origins.
Oh, I came up. Alright. Does he know?
Yeah, the Archhammer. You were the hammer. Or the hammer.
I've not... I knew I was a hammer before, Warhammer, but I didn't know whose. That makes sense. His brother, I suppose. Question. If he has something of his brothers, something of his fathers, do you think he has something of his other brothers? Did we talk to the Eye of Ruin?
Oh,
That would be like a cool
Probably.
halfway meeting point for us if we were able to do it.
that would be very cool. I mean, maybe with the whole... Isn't there, like, allegedly a storm or something in the middle of
That's where the
Hespar?
Eye of Ruin is. He doesn't like people going, but surely if we're like artifacts, we could probably get there. And we could be that
I
those
mean,
totally
we've got the
pretentious nobles that
trident.
do Summer on the Lake.
Very true, but if we have the trident and it's in one piece, maybe we can calm the storm. Maybe.
Well, the tempered trident was the soother of the seas. It's worth a
Good
shot.
work.
Perhaps we could
It is
reunite
worth
the
a
two
shot.
brothers.
Yeah. It was also mentioned that perhaps the matron of the woods also gave something. Don't know what though. Apparently it's not important, but I doubt it because a god said it wasn't important. And gods
So now
are
there's
tricky.
3 of us. Alright.
I mean, potentially. Who
Which
knows?
half of the trident did you get?
Oh, I got 2 prongs. Suck it.
But like, so I get one, like just a prong? Is that all I get? Just a single
You get a prong and the bottom half.
So I get
I
like,
don't really know how.
so you didn't get the full shaft you're telling me, is that it?
Yeah, it's only 4 foot, but never mind. At least I did
Mine's
it
going to be
first.
bigger then.
Yeah, but it's not size that matters, it's how you use it. And I'll have more practice.
As you say that, you feel it's a connection severing.
Bye.
As you're just chuckling on both sides.
Yep. And just probably a dolphin at this point just jumps out of the water and lands on the ship as Liber.
Weapons of gods, ladies and gents. Dick jokes. Dick jokes
These
galore.
ones, the god's truths. I love it.
That was fun. Oh, hey, Captain.
I'm doing that. That's weird. Seraph is right. You're all very odd.
Don't you know it?
Or is there anyone else you'd like to speak to?
Why are you asking me? I've talked all campaign, all session.
No, all campaign also works.
Okay.
Okay, I said the wrong word. My bad.
Is that a no then? No more?
No. Are we actually at the docks, or are we still on the oceans?
You're about to be at the docks when we're finished all these
Okay.
conversations.
When we walk off the ship, I want to hold hands with Parabel, partially because I want to hold hands with Parabel, and partially because I really want to make sure he doesn't fall off the gangplank into the ocean because I can't help him because I can't swim.
I can help him.
That's true.
Easy enough. Eleanor. So,
Nothing?
as you all make your way to Sathasa, make your way off the ship, bedding down in Sathasa for a night before you get the sand ship. Eleanor, dreams come to you. A dream not indifferent to what you felt before. You're not quite sure if this is prophecy, if this is a premonition, or if it's just your feelings and fears coming to the front of your mind. Coming days, all of you will make your way to the ancient ruins that are home to Tarkin the Desiccated. In your gut, you know this is a final conflict. There is no going back. Whatever happens here is whatever way the cards will fall. There's a ruin just northeast of here. The sun. Tarkin the Desicated's home, where all his allies may be. The ones you pull from it, of what you've done. You've taken your preparations of what you will do. You recognize the ruins from a previous premonition. Slightly ruined, light shining in through parts of it. Glimpses of sand. Glimpses of a burial ground for either you or Tarkin. And that is where we're ending today's session. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you to those who followed. Thank you for those in chat. And thank you for the gifted subs. We've got 2 sessions left in this, so it's probably promptly making their way.
Yay.
This is where it all ends. The ruins of Athasan. We're almost there, guys.
End of the journey. End of the journey.
I think that Aura went through enough emotions for a while to warrant an emotional level up.
Yeah.
So,
Or
we'll
had
have a
all
session
the emotions today.
on the 18th and the 25th, and then we'll have a week off on the 1st, and we'll be starting our new campaign on the 8th of November is the hopeful start date, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. And I'll be probably tweeting out a bit more information about that, so if you guys want to catch up, see what that's all about, or stuff, you can always follow us on any of our social medias. I'm not as active as I should be because I'm so busy ending this campaign.
And ending our lives. Wait, what?
And just Mill. Thanks for the follow, and everyone who followed. Thank you. This campaign has been a pleasure. I'm super looking forward to the end of it. And look, I just love causing emotional trauma to my friends. Bye.
Bye.